Hey everybody, and welcome to another second episode of DrawBomb.
That's right, a little bit late, but we're here. We didn't forget about you.
Just a little late.
Just a little late, but it's okay.
Captain Sheepy is already here. And
Oh shit!
It says it's Mr. Bomb himself. Is that the
DrawBomb
mascot's
guy?
official name? Mr.
Ooh,
Bomb.
Mr. Bombs. I mean, it's not a bad one, honestly. It's beautiful in its simplicity.
Yeah.
It's elegant in its simplicity.
He's got a little like. Oh, I see what you're doing here.
Making a little spring. Yeah, you go.
Yeah, you go.
Hey, look, you read my mind.
Yeah. Sure thing.
All right. Hey, there you go. All right. Yeah, welcome to DrawBomb. It's the show where we draw and fucking bomb. Like, not like stand-up comedy bomb. Not like we destroy people's lives and homes.
No.
I feel like I should be very clear on that. There's a lot of that shit going around lately,
Right.
so
We don't want to put ourselves on any lists.
hell to the no. We're probably on a list already just for calling our show DrawBomb. Like, that's the mistake on our end. Oh well, you can't give up good branding.
We came up with a name at a time where bombs weren't bad. They were fun.
Yeah, bombs are just like things that you drank at a bar, or they're just things. They didn't. Words don't
They
matter.
weren't real.
All right. So welcome to DrawBomb. We're just gonna draw stuff. Oh, Comic Zans is back. Hey, dude. Hey, oh. So we've got two people from the previous show and one person who's been just around since the beginning already in the chat.
That's
So
right.
we appreciate the loyalty, guys. You'll get your cult robes in the mail.
Yeah, they're coming.
They're coming. You just wait. We're still figuring out the way we want the robes to drape.
Yes, it's
you
think it's easy. You think it's just pretty straight standard, but
Yeah, we just have to
there's
keep.
a lot of variations in robe drapage.
There's a lot, more than you would think. There's
That's
a
what
lot.
I'm saying. Yeah, like I always, until I got into the robe game, I never really knew.
Never knew the types of robe functionality assets there were.
Right, exactly. It's
Like, do you want a collar? Do you want the big flowy sleeves? Do you want it to like taper down in the back? Like,
you get the hood,
dude.
Is it like a poncho thing? You go like
Yeah, the hood.
Snuggie where the back's open.
The hood can be a real contested element sometimes too, so you gotta really figure it out before you really start placing in the bulk orders. So anyways, what we're saying is once we come up with the design of our robes for our followers,
We're close.
we're getting there. I think we've
Almost
made
there.
a couple compromises, but it's fine.
You have the material costs. You want something that's lightweight and breathes, but also has that ominous,
Like we'll do anything for you sort of vibe. And we just want it to look good too. We want you to be stylish while you bequeath all of your assets to us in the name of our higher glory.
I mean, and really, in the end, all you're going to have is this robe. So we don't want it to feel like
Yeah, you can't take anything else with you to the afterlife spaceship.
just the robe.
Just the robe, yeah.
So so don't think we're
We're not heartless.
no.
We're not gonna leave you on the spaceship naked.
I mean, as a leader, we get to keep all of our possessions. So we just we want to make sure for those of you who are making that sacrifice that it really feels.
Yeah, the
like
spaceship talk goes first, so you guys don't get shit, okay?
Which I mean is good. You don't want any of that. That's part of the whole DrawBomb. Our lawyers keep saying to stop using the word cult. I don't know how else to describe it.
Hey, look, the Kool-Aid. I worked a long time on that Kool-Aid.
No, we're not allowed to mention the beverage Kool-Aid either. For some reason, the lawyers really say no.
They get real mad, but we didn't do anything to the Kool-Aid. We punched it. We spiked it with alcohol. Like, we made it more fun.
Right? Yeah.
But,
I mean, Kool-Aid's a beverage that's just it's a good.
Kool-Aid
beverage.
got pretty mad about that.
Refreshing.
If I had to bring one island to one video game to a desert island, it would be Bubsy, and I'll tell you why. Because I never played it, and who wants to spend after eternity on a desert island, a deserted island. Maybe it's a desert island. I don't know. A deserted island. Who wants to spend their time on a deserted island with a game they've already played? Like
that's true. Everybody always takes a thing they've already experienced 1,000 times onto the island.
Yeah.
You want something new? Although I guess you'll beat that pretty quick, and then it will just be another thing.
Well, I'm gonna be like, I've never played Bloodborne, but that sounds like a game I could really spend some time in, and then go back and
Give me a game that I probably won't beat, even if I'm stuck there for like 5 years.
Cause then, think about it. Then you have so I like to listen to my music as a playlist, just really going through the a band's history, just kind of starting from the first album, going to the last album. And I can usually segment my life up into who was I listening to when I moved into the new house? Who was I listening to when blah blah blah?
What was I listening to when I was stranded for 10 years?
Exactly.
With a big Tom Hanks beard.
I can't think of Bloodborne without thinking of how I was deserted on an island for 10 years. Good times.
It's a good thing that also on that island was a TV and a power source, so I could...
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I think it was the island from Lost. Can't tell for sure, though.
Funny enough, the PlayStation had internet, and I was able to communicate with people, but for some reason it didn't really click for the better part of a decade to ask for help.
Yeah, I kept saying, help me, I'm stranded on a desert island, here are the coordinates, and they would just be like, this dude is hilarious, and he will not give this bit up.
Noob and stuff.
Yeah,
I usually just wrote, help me with rocks on the beach. I never thought to do it on the PlayStation that was connected to the internet.
Yeah, I was too busy shouting racist slurs at everybody to really scream for help over the Xbox Live thing. That was because it was the vibe of the time, just hey, you could ask for help in getting off the island, or you could demean somebody on no basis of their
and
actual
say cruel things about their mother.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Easy choice. But so hey guys, welcome back. We're not on the desert island anymore. Let's remove ourselves from the desert island.
No, we're in civilization still.
Yeah, unfortunately for us, But what have you been up to lately, Brandon?
Boy, nothing.
What a segue.
Nothing noteworthy. Nothing where actually I became an uncle 2 days ago.
Wow. You became an uncle.
There was a little human that I have one sibling, and I'm the younger brother. So I grew up getting picked on and beat up by him. So I'm really looking forward to taking it out on the smaller version of him now.
Beating up his little child when they haven't fully developed.
That's
fair. It's a good time to get rid of it.
It's just really passing off the revenge.
And you'll really make his life. You'll really make his life hell doing that,
Right. It's a she.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's a she.
But,
what's her name? Well, I guess you shouldn't tell her name on that.
I don't think that's a problem.
Oh, okay. Well, go right ahead.
Well, before I do it, what? Why shouldn't I?
I don't know. I'm not sure if your brother is gonna be like, hey, I want you to say my daughter's name on the internet to a wide audience of 5 people on Twitch.
I was just gonna say her name and her social security number. That's all. I was gonna say anything.
That's nothing too bad, I guess. Go right ahead.
Her name is Avery.
Oh, that's cute. Cute little Avery.
Yep, she's still in the stage where she looks like a little alien, but
yeah, they do for a while. Yeah, they do.
But I'm told it's a healthy human baby. I look forward to seeing her turn into one.
Yeah, just as she slowly looks more and more like an actual person, you're oh, hey, okay, that's what an actual person looks like now. You're good, you made it.
Right now, she's just an angry human.
Oh,
tiny version.
She's angry at everything, isn't she?
Yeah.
Just crying a lot.
Yep. That's basically it.
Well, she's gonna get over that, I'm sure. It won't be not nearly soon enough for your brother, but
yeah.
That's his bed. He gets to sleep in it.
No, he doesn't get to sleep.
You're right, that's his bed. He gets to be awoken from it and then rock a baby for like 10 minutes before it, wakes him up again 10 minutes later.
Exactly.
Well, I wish him the best of luck.
Oh yeah, they'll do fine.
Yeah, they'll be good. He's a cool guy. But I gotta tell you, I got a story for you, Brandon. Not to shift gears so suddenly.
No, I think it's a good place to shift gears.
Okay, so the story actually happened to me this morning, and I tell you what, I'm not very proud of it. It's not my best moment, but it happened. So I'm just gonna tell you the story. So woke up this morning, got ready for work. Decided to shave because I was looking a little scraggly and really making the homelessness show.
Right.
Semi-homelessness. I'm living on a couch. So
the couch is inside the home. It's just not yours.
Yeah, it's just not my home, and I don't really own anything right now except for the few things I do own. Whatever. Look, okay. So I get ready for work. Yeah, exactly. And this whole story is about hairs. So if we're gonna split hairs, it's gonna take us a while.
That was my segue back to the.
For the perfect one. Thanks so much for the seamless segue. No one's even gonna notice. So I got ready. I shaved, the beard in the shower because that's a nice place to shave, and I can like rub down and all that stuff in the meantime. So I do that.
These are my top 10 places to shave. Yeah,
it's my. It's my own shower is better. It's a better place to shave, but someone else's shower is fine too. So I jump out, get to work, get there on time, and like as I'm getting, I ride my bike to work, and I look as I get off my bike and I'm walking into the building. I look into the window because I'm a very vain person, and I also hadn't. Yeah, and I hadn't actually had the opportunity to like check myself in the mirror when I finished shaving. So I look in the window and see my reflection and just see a nice big old tuft of hair that I missed shaving. Just like real noticeable and like in the front where you really can't not see it. Just in the chin. Like let me draw my chin and let me just really cool. Yeah, it was a bummer. Let's just say.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah. Oh man, it was not my proudest moment. I was like, wow, okay, good job, Ian. You really fucking knocked it out of the park on this one. All right, so.
Well, I mean, what percentage of the hair on your face would you say you actually shaved off?
Most of it, like 97%, I would say.
Well, that's passing.
Oh,
anything above 50% or 60% is like passing, right?
Like if this was like Barbershop Simulator, the game, or something like that, like I would have passed the level. But in real life, it doesn't operate quite the same.
In real life, it's you don't pass anything below.
It's the rules of the street out here. So here's a weird face, like an almost Squidward face. So anyways,
oh, looks like
shaved. Yeah, I shaved. Okay, I'm gonna use the fancy highlighter tool they have. Shaved. Yeah, I shaved it all. Wait, red highlighter. Shaved all of this except for there was beard hair here. Going around. I can't really grow beard on all my face. It's a very sore subject for me. But anyways.
Oh, sorry.
And then, just hanging out. Just a nice tuft of hair, like right there. Just.
It's not even like centered or anything. You can't even pretend like it was on purpose.
No, it was mortifyingly noticeable and there.
Did anybody call you out?
Well, here's what happened. I saw it in the mirror, and I told one of my coworkers about it who was walking in with me, and I was like, I gotta fix this shit. So I ran in, and I clocked in on one of the computers, and then I ran out without anyone seeing me, and I ran to the Rite Aid, which was right down the street, bought a cheapo pack of like 5 razors for like $4, and just like stepped outside the Rite Aid and like scraped it off my face real quick. Good. And then, checked on my phone to make sure it was gone, and coast was clear, but holy crap, man.
Well, at least you caught it before you got there,
Well, yeah, thank God. That could have been bad. And that could have been like me doing transactions the whole day and being like, oh, hey, this is my face the whole time. I mean, I'm sure we've been called out by like one of the millions of people who are like just don't give a shit and will just say whatever.
Right. Well, yeah.
Terrible way to start my Monday though. So yeah, happy Monday. You fucked up shaving and look like you're turning into a werewolf.
So this may be a problem that you say you can't grow a beard, but this may be a problem that only people with beards or consistent facial hair have. So I don't know if you'll relate, but have you ever had it where you're going to shave just a little bit up, like clean it up or trim, and then you take way too much off?
Oh yeah,
by accident, and then you're forced to like, well, I guess I'm shaving my beard off because I accidentally just like took a chunk out and then right in the middle.
So all I can grow right now, and probably forever, is like a little Musketeers mustache. So I can grow pretty much what I have in the ID card that I drew for the stream.
France.
Yeah, I should. But what I've drawn in that ID card is pretty much what I can grow.
Right.
That's like based on me just like not shaving for a while.
Okay.
So I've tried to trim it up with just a little bit of just like a little here and there, just to kind of really make it look like I didn't, like it was an intentional look at least, because It does kind of look all right. But I fuck it up every time. So anytime I try and do that, I'm just like, crap. Might as well just take the whole thing off at this point. Yeah. Is that you with a baby face?
That's just a baby.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it doesn't exactly look like you, but good, because that isn't you, and with a baby face.
How do I delete? I'm trying to just like select. Is there a select tool on this program?
There is. It's the little lasso, and there's also a box if you want to do like a rectangle.
Oh, I see.
Boom.
Ba boom.
Yeah. Ba boom. Baba boy. So I got the hell out of Dodge and shaved my face first thing when I'm coming into work. Great way to start my day.
Like I said, at least you caught it ahead of time,
Oh my god, that could have been real mortifying. Mortifying is the word of the day for that situation. It was just truly the last thing I wanted to deal with. I was like running to the right edge, like pretending like I was thinking really hard, like, am I going the right way? Just like covering up the little patch from like the millions of people who decided to walk on Market Street like at that time of the day. It was just a real mess. So, lesson learned, everybody. Always check your shave job before you leave the house.
Shave some, make sure you shave it all.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ. And don't go for the soul patch. If you end up forgetting to get the soul patch and all you've got is that, like, shave that off too. Like, just go for it. Like, run to the right edge the way I did. It's just as urgent.
If you want a soul patch.
Well then, I'm not gonna yuck somebody's yum.
Phrase of the show.
It really is. I heard that, I already told you on text message, but I'm gonna reiterate for the podcast. But I heard that phrase at a party, and I was like, oh my god!
Yeah, I didn't create it.
It's in the wild. It's just cool. It was like, whoa. I heard that like the week after I learned that phrase even exists.
Yeah, it's real.
I get excited about dumb shit. What can I say? Yeah. So that was my horrible Monday morning. Was that little shave story right there? So 100% real.
I believe
definitely not. Yeah, it sucked. It really sucked.
You seem very like traumatized by the situation.
How fucking stupid am I to do that?
I've seen people do that before. There's this one dude at work who shaves his head because he's like pretty bald, but some still grows. So he's made the correct decision to not try and rock no hair, like the weird hair that still grows. But
like trying to make it look like
there's been a few times where he's missed a little bit, and it's like a tuft on the back of his head.
Oh, that's unfortunate. What's that movie? Isn't there a movie where a dude's just like constantly carrying a razor around? He's like shaving his like bald head. And
probably
isn't it? For some reason, I'm gonna say Pulp Fiction, but I don't think it is. Ving Rhames doesn't shave his head constantly in Pulp Fiction. I don't know, there's some movie I remember. He's just like walks in. He's got like a little cheap razor just constantly scratching at his head, and I'm like, dude, I think you got it. I think you're good. Oh, character mannerisms in strange shows. If somebody knows what movie I'm referencing, let me know, because I would like to find out.
Speaking of shows, I just started watching. I've heard a few people talking about it, so it isn't like. I started watching The Boys. Have you heard of that or watched that?
I have heard about that. The one person whose couch I'm sleeping on started watching it too. And so it's pretty good. Deals with some hardcore shit, I hear.
Yeah, it's like Watchmen. It's like dark superhero stuff. It's from a different perspective, but it's like this team of people that have. Like superheroes are really corrupt and all that, and
makes sense.
They're like this team of dudes that have all suffered collateral damage, which is what the company that manages all these superheroes calls it when like innocent people just get like murdered in like
because of the superhero.
Yeah, because they're like trying to do I don't know stop
superhero
crime
shit.
And accidentally kill some people.
That makes sense. I would call it collateral damage too. It's a pretty accurate way of describing it.
Which is the main guy in the show. Well, I don't know. I don't want to spoil it, so I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, but that sounds cool. I've been meaning to check that out.
Yeah, I'm so bored. There's so many superhero things, like all the Marvel universes.
Yeah.
It's pretty boring now just because there's 1,000 movies that are about the same.
Yeah.
And I know people like them a lot, and that's cool. I'm not gonna yuck someone's yum, but I just have like like superhero like fatigue.
Yeah.
So I still like superhero stuff. It's got to be unique.
Yeah, I can't do the same old stuff. Like after Endgame, I watched Endgame in theaters opening night because I wanted to be part of the spectacle. Like fuck it. Mm-hmm. But after Endgame, I was like, you know what? You guys did it. You made the thing happen that we all honestly didn't think could.
I feel like that's a good spot to like end it, but it will never end.
There's no reason to try that thing ever again. Like you did it, so never ever try that shit. It's got that money. But never try it again. You did it.
Like 5 years, maybe not even that much, and then they're gonna start kicking off the next like decade-long story.
I think with the way, because I watched Spider-Man: Homecoming, because you know I just like moved onto a couch like 2 days before, and the person whose couch I was on was like, "Hey, want to go see Spider-Man: Homecoming?" And I was like, "All right, I'm literally homeless. I have nothing else to do with my time, so fuck it, why not?" Yes. Yeah, I mean, I could have lived in this movie theater. Like, you know, let's see where my potential venues are. So we went, saw it, had a good time. It was a fun movie. But I think with like the build-up we've seen with like the scrolls kind of becoming an important part of the series, like the scrolls, I'm gonna nerd out a little bit. But keep in mind, I don't know a whole lot about Marvel. The scrolls are like, you know, Super Scroll from Marvel vs. Capcom. No. Have you played that game?
Is there scrolls in any of the movies?
Yeah, the scrolls are. I guess I haven't seen Captain Marvel, but I guess they're the alien. They're like alien refugees, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that movie either.
But Super Skrull's the guy. He's got this chin right here. He's got like weird pointy ears, and he's like, I'm angry all the time. He's got like the weird Thanos like lines down his chin.
Right.
And he's green. He's got all the powers of the. Anyway, the point is, he's got the power. Super Skrull's got the powers that the Fantastic Four has, like all in one.
Oh, he's stretchy.
Yeah, he's stretchy, and he can turn his arms into rocks. And he can do like shields, and he can turn on fire. So basically, I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna have Super Skrull, and then they're gonna do a Fantastic Four reboot, and maybe do a good Fantastic Four this time around. Maybe.
You know, I miss the days when there was a new Fantastic Four movie every
other year.
Yeah. They all just were bad.
They're all just the worst fucking movie I've
new
ever
actors
seen.
every time, and then
oh my god,
make another one and pretend like it never happened. Like I love that.
Jesus.
That was the
so bad.
Good reason to go out to the theater.
I saw the first one, and that thing was hot garbage. I saw it in a drive-in, so like we saw Kung Fu Panda 2 with it at the same time. It was a weird double feature.
Your drawing right now looks like Mr. Clean got stung by bees.
That's accurate. What up, guys?
Anybody got an EpiPen?
Around the brown bleach corner. But yeah, I think so. What they're gonna do is, well, first of all, that Fantastic Four movie was such garbage. Like, I just remember the scene.
Good art is what I think.
I just remember the scene where like they just stopped like a horrible traffic like car pileup that would have killed a bunch of people, and like the Thing had to do it by turning in like by showing up and taking off his stupid trench coat. Like no one was gonna notice he was a fucking weirdo. And
Ninja Turtles used that for a long time.
Yeah,
Raphael
but he's like
throws on a trench coat, problem solved. He's human.
Yeah,
the rest of us.
My dude's like 3 times the size of a Ninja Turtle though. Like it was not gonna. He was not gonna be a
neon orange.
Yeah, and it was not going to work out in terms of just like his body type and like every other logistical possibility for that thing. So he that thing. I don't know the actual words to that song, so you get that.
Is that a song?
But it's a song. It exists. I don't know who sings it. I don't know who wrote it. I don't know who fucking likes it, but it's a song that exists. He takes off his trench coat, and the wife's all of a sudden like everyone's like, you guys saved the day with your superpowers, good job over there. And his wife like is just standing there in the crowd, like in the front row, like she was just somehow there for that minute. And she sees the Thing, knows it's her husband, and she just looks at him and straight up just like looking him dead in the eyes, like takes her ring finger off and like her ring finger, just the whole finger.
My God, horrific.
Yeah, it was real gross. It was pretty overblown of a reaction. But no, she takes her wedding ring off and just drops it on the highway and walks away. And it's just like,
why?
What? Why would you do that? Your husband just saved a bunch of people's lives. Sure, he's a rock monster, but like, talk it out. He's your husband. I don't know, man. It was so weird.
He's a rock monster, but he's still a rock person.
That's right. He still has a heart. Maybe it's a heart of stone, like that Rolling Stones song that I'm also not gonna sing. Everything. My heart is stone.
Oh yeah.
No. My heart is stone. Got any other ones you want to lay on me?
So then what happens in that movie? Tell me the whole plot.
To be honest, I kind of blocked it all out, so I wouldn't have to remember it.
Doesn't really make sense to me, that whole scene you just described, but you know.
It's so stupid. You can find it on YouTube, I'm sure, but it's just like, there is no scenario where the wife is justified. Like, I can understand her being like perturbed by her husband being a giant rock monster.
Yeah, no, that would make me. I would really be in the doghouse if I was a giant rock monster.
Yeah, but like, you talk with them about it. You don't just like look them in the eye and pull your wedding ring off and then drop it on the fucking highway. Like, that's how we're divorcing, bitch. There ain't no paperwork involved with a rock monster.
Yeah, I didn't marry no rock monster.
I married a human monster. Oh, wait. But so just. And that was just, one in many very terrible scenes in that movie. So I'm excited for them to, they might not do it because, again, what do I know about what Marvel's got planned? But I'm expecting a frickin' Fantastic Four reboot. Maybe they announced it when they announced, like, all these other movies. Like,
for them to just...
Well, I think Sony might still own the rights.
Well, they also own Spider-Man, and Marvel has all the money, so...
That's true. I think, Disney's or Fox is owned by Disney now, so it's hard to keep track anymore because
who really cares?
Disney just owns everything. Disney owns you. Disney owns your human genome. If you did that 21andMe thing or whatever, you've given your DNA up. So good job, great work.
Why are you so mad at me?
Cause Brandon, you gave up your DNA. Don't yell at me.
You gave it away. You didn't even care. What's it worth? What's it cost?
Yeah, you're like human genome, more like human money.
Just gave it up.
Yeah, you just gave it up. You freaking assholes. What if my DNA is similar to yours? What if I had the same 3 ribosomes next to each other, you fucking dicks?
Hey.
God!
Gosh, you always get fired up about the 23andMe kind of stuff, you know? We're always arguing about it.
Yeah, well, look, okay? They can copyright DNA, alright? So, it's fucked up, okay? It's wicked fucked. Anyways, yeah, that movie was terrible. That movie was worse than copywriting DNA. So, I want my Bippy.
I don't know, that seems like something a baby would want.
Is that like Gangster Baby?
It's starting to seem that way, certainly.
That's like the spin-off of Boss Baby. It's Mob Boss Baby.
Yeah.
Hey, look at me. Look me square in the eyes, okay? Look who's disappearing now. It's you. Into the fucking Manhattan River. Nick, my Pippi.
I don't even know. I'm trying to think of a word that it has no significance to me. I never referred to anything as a 50. But
I used to have a blanket I called Fifi.
yeah, see, so I'm not far off here.
You can take everything, 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 except Fifi. I want my Fifi. I want to cuddle by you and I want to suck my thumb. And if anybody's got a fucking problem with that,
Oh, so
they can answer the...
something relevant to all this. So the baby was born, and then
Jeez, way to fucking brag, right? Jesus.
look,
Joke, you
you
keep
know.
talking about it.
The baby was born, and then my brother asked me to be the godfather, and then I
Well,
agreed
obviously,
and
yeah.
walked out and left the hospital before I even thought about doing a Marlon Brando voice, which
Ugh,
is just a real waste. I
how
don't know how
dare
many.
you. I don't even know if you're my friend anymore.
I don't know
like,
if this will ever
who are
happen
you?
again. I don't know if I'll ever be a godfather again. This was literally my one chance, and I threw it in the fucking trash.
Well, look, man. Look on the bright side. At least you get all the magic powers.
Does Godfather have magic powers?
I thought so, right?
He can
Isn't
take a
that
bullet
like,
while picking out oranges. That's his.
Isn't that like? Yeah, like you can take a bullet out while picking oranges. Don't like you can grant wishes.
Oh yeah, I guess he can grant wishes.
Yeah, I don't
wasn't
know.
sure where you were going with that.
I feel like I feel like as a godfather, you got like a whole lease on life now. Like you get like a wand. You know, you get to
You get a cool mustache.
Yeah, you should like do some Harry Potter. You should do like you know how Sirius Black was like the coolest character in like Harry Potter. You should straight up do some like Sirius Black shit, like disappear into a mirror or something like that for the kid. Oh hey, you come to me on this day, the day of my sorting hat ritual, and you ask me for a favor.
All right, that's what I'm drawing now. I'm gonna draw a Don Corleone sorting hat.
You come to me on this day, the day of the inauguration of the new batch of Hogwarts school students. Oh, I'm gonna make this joke real and funny in a jiffy.
No, don't worry, we're already there.
Okay. By the way,
Alright.
thank you, Joe Whimsy Tunes, for first of all tuning back in. We remember you from last week, and thanks for complimenting the coloring. That's
Yeah,
real
you
nice
know.
of you. Cool of you to do that.
I'll save
I'm gonna
this.
need your-
I'm gonna save this drawing as Bippy.
Bippy. Hey, Bob Bippy, Boss Bippy.
This is Boss Bippy.
It's like a French guy saying the name. They're like, oh, you know, you Americans and your Boss Bippy. Oh, we're gonna offend everybody as long as they're white.
Who's offended by that? They might be offended by the terrible comedy, but
Oh yeah, well, I'm offended by the terrible comedy. But oh well, I'm gonna get a new beard a little bit, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, we're gonna draw the.
I'm gonna draw this, and then after that we'll play a game of some sort.
Alright, sounds good. I probably shouldn't like glug the beer so loud into the microphone for the stream. I think what everyone wants to hear is some ASMR of me drinking.
Yeah, that's what people.
Glug 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 glug. Let me see. I can take
Funny enough, the hat already kind of has a little bit of a Marlon Brando look to it.
That's true, it does, yeah.
Got the scowl, little squinty face.
I'm gonna draw a wizard if he was.
Here, you draw the wizard. You can draw the wizard under the hat.
Okay.
If that sounds
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm just gonna look up what Marlon Brando looks like or like what one of the dudes from the Godfathers.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw a mobster under it.
It's one of those movies I haven't seen.
Ever?
Yeah, I haven't seen The Godfather.
Yeah.
There's a lot of movies I haven't seen that like people are like, you should see this, and I'm
as
like,
much as I love movies, like there's a lot that seems weird. Some of the ones I haven't seen, but yeah, no, I think everybody has those. There's certain ones that just don't.
Finally saw Beetlejuice like the
Really, I'm surprised that you haven't seen that one. I like that one.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. It's a good movie.
It's weird, but
fun.
It's fun weird.
Yeah, well, it's like it's before Tim Burton got all Tim Burton-y.
Yeah, before he's like, well, my movies have to look a certain way.
Yeah. Guess I'm just gonna be weird as fuck now.
Lots of stripes. Get Danny Elfman on retainer.
Get my wife in every movie.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He's
fine. Married to Helena Bonham Carter. Helena.
Come here, Helena. Read my new script.
Be my goth lady.
At least she never has to like do an audition because we all know she can play that same part.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, she's a good actress.
Yeah, I guess
I'm not mad. But it was just the thing is, it's like when you see some dude use like the same actor in like 4 movies, you're just like, okay, I get you like the guy, but like, and I get he's probably fun to work with, but you gotta.
I'm okay with that with certain directors.
Yeah, I know Wes Anderson is definitely an exception. I don't know. Maybe I'm also being a little judgy.
I'm okay with that as long as the movies themselves are different enough. If that makes sense.
I agree. Yeah, if you're not making the same movie over and over again. Like, if the person's playing different roles, it's like how they have, like, the people for American Horror Story playing a different character for each season. Like, that shit's cool. Like, do that. Don't have like a dude come into the movie and be like the same part he was in your last movie.
Type.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's just so many movies out. I don't need to see the same movie 30 times.
No. God, no. Like, especially if I'm going to pay money for a ticket.
Right.
Trying to figure out what kind of face to give this mobster wizard. You come to me on this day. Or, no, I mean, we've already done that joke. I want to do some mobster impersonations of just mobsters in the Harry Potter world. Like, hey!
Oh, yeah.
Did you pass potions class? Nah, dude, that Snape guy is a real snitch.
That has a totally different meaning there.
Yeah, it does. Oh, yeah, wow, it does. Hey! You know what they say? Snitches get 150 points. That's it.
This is a slow burn. Just like sat there in silence for a few minutes.
Yeah. Oh, do they? Hey, you got yourself a broomstick. Hey. Okay. I'm gonna stop.
And it's gone.
Yeah, the magic's been ruined by me. I ruin a lot of magic, folks. It's okay. We can all understand. We can all,
A lot of people, when they say something funny, they do like a mic drop and they just move on. You just kill it, and stomp it into the ground, and then bury it 6 feet down.
Hey, take my wife, please. No, I'm asking you to take my wife. Can you take her away from me? Please, pretty please, with sugar on top. Can you take my wife? Can somebody just... Oh my god, she's here right now. Can somebody take her? Holy crap, she's here. She's my wife. Take her. Pretty please. I'm done. And I just leave the stage.
It's your signature take my wife bit.
Yeah, yeah, I just throw a tantrum and like just scream, please! Take my wife! Please! Is the original joke like someone like him saying Like, what is the original "Take My Wife, Please" joke? Is he like saying like "Take my wife" as an example, and then he's just like "Take my wife, please, take her"? That's the joke.
Yeah.
That's a good one. It's a real fucking knee slapper right there.
You know, every joke's better when you dissect it so much.
Right? When you really break it down to the basics.
You know, you have to understand the whole skeleton.
Yeah, remove like the timing and the surprise from all of it. It's really just, you know, graph out the joke. Take my wife. Just kidding. I love my wife.
Leave her with me.
That's right. We're going home in the same car. That's wholesome comedy right there.
Yeah. I like that, you know, you were worried about their marriage in the beginning, but by the end of the joke, you're like, oh, good, I'm glad they're happy.
Well, at least it's a loving, supportive marriage. Glad that they decided to stick through it. Okay, I drew my guy with some weird eyes.
Mine's not working either.
We're not having a good time with these drawings, no. I don't think.
Alright, I'm gonna try one more time before I give up on this.
Take my wife. Don't. I can't think of any more variations on that joke. Oh my. Okay. Hey, did you know they're shooting they were at least shooting a movie in Philadelphia?
I imagine they shoot a lot of them there, right? Or no? No.
Not really. No, not too often. Like you see,
what are they shooting?
Like, I don't know, but I think it has Jason Segel in it, like from the Muppet movie and How I Met Your Mother and all that stuff.
Pronounce his name like
Segel.
Jason
Is that like how you say it?
Like
is it
bird.
Seagull?
No, I think it's
like a
I
bird.
don't know. I think it's less seagull. It sounded like you said seagull.
I probably did actually. I don't know how to say his name. It's not Seagal, I don't think, no. Right? Okay, Jason Segel.
I know what you meant.
Yeah, but apparently he's been spotted around Philadelphia by quite a few people. So
I haven't seen him in anything in a while.
Yeah, me neither. He's apparently he's taking a break from acting, but I guess not because he's around Philly. And I think, you know, I passed by a film crew on last Monday when I was, or not last Monday. It was like Tuesday or something like that, like the day after we did the last episode. But I just ran into a bunch of like film crew stuff, and I just rode right through it because I didn't give a shit because I was late for work. They were pretty mad, but that's okay. They're not gonna hire me for like a movie role.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were just filming stuff on Jewelers Row, which is a very distinct look to it. There's episodes of It's Always Sunny where they get a lot of B-roll footage or like background in their car when they're driving on Jewelers Row.
When I came out to visit, you were pointing out certain areas of the town.
Yeah, I was like, that's in this episode of It's Always Sunny.
Most of the things you showed me were like, this is in the intro. This is in the intro.
Yeah.
This is in the intro.
This is in the intro. This is in the intro. But yeah, I'm actually watching that show again too. As I did it when I was getting the ID picture done.
Nice.
But yeah,
rewatch some like. I've been thinking about like watching some like original Simpsons, like.
Oh yeah.
Good shit.
I did that a while back when I had cable because they had just all the episodes of The Simpsons on demand. So I think I may have talked about this last time, or maybe I didn't. But there's a weird moment in The Simpsons where like it just changes entirely, and probably for the better. But like it gets weird. Cause like it starts like The Simpsons starts out very much like slice of life family stuff. Like it's not like anything too extravagant is happening. Homer Simpson's an idiot, but like otherwise, you know, family's just kind of doing their thing. Like, oh, how do we behave during the company picnic? And oh, how do we you know, do. And then like all of a sudden, I want to say like season 3 is like it weirdly kicks up a notch, and like the pastor saves the Simpsons on a runaway train while getting attacked by a gorilla, and like they almost die.
And then, like President Bush moves in next door, and
yeah, but like for like a weird moment, like season 3, and like it starts like, you know, it goes back to like the Bush, like, and like the weird rodeo cowboy who also like lives down the street or whatever, who can like lasso everything. But like there's a weird moment where every episode is like the plot eventually leads to the Simpsons like almost dying, and then like somebody like pulls out some sweet moves to save their lives, and it was just like, what? Like the last episode was about Lisa wanting to like Get a saxophone.
Yeah, play a saxophone.
Like, what the fuck, guys? Like, now they're almost dying?
I'll take the Simpsons Life's in Danger way over the way that the show's now like a...
Oh my god.
Look at the celebrity guest this week.
Oh, check it out. It's,
this week, Jimmy Fallon is in Springfield.
Hey, guys. Oh, wow. I'm Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah. Why is he laughing? Why does he
keep staring at the camera?
And recorded lines that they could read. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. What the hell, man? Like, ugh. But yeah, the new Simpsons are interesting. I also, when we were watching the old Simpsons, they would like put the new Simpsons on demand, and I saw one episode about vaping, which was I don't recall laughing too much at it. I wasn't like trying not to laugh at it.
Well, yeah.
I just remember
I'll admit, I get jaded sometimes, but I don't know. I've tried to watch a few episodes. It's just not. They might. Who knows? I'm sure there's good ones here and there, but I don't watch it regularly enough to find the gems.
Yeah. Like, I also have this weird, like, syndrome where I'm not sure if it's, like, maybe this is a thing that everyone feels, but you ever, like, get into a show after it's, like, already been going for a while, and then, like, you love every episode up until where you start watching, and then once you start watching, you're just like, oh no, are these the not good episodes now? Like, you just got on, like, when the show sort of, like, hits its downward turn.
Oh.
It's like a weird feeling I get where I'm just like...
It's the threshold when the show kind of dips in quality.
But it's not even that. It's like the threshold is as soon as I start watching the show and like episodes are made after I'm aware of its existence. It's like all the good episodes of like blah 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 were like before I started watching it, and then I started watching it. It's been shit
go back and
ever
watch
since.
From the beginning, right?
Yeah. And then you're just like, you're so used to like the episodes that already happened that like all the new episodes you're just like worried that like, oh no, is this the one? Is this where like all of a sudden don't like it? It's just like a weird, it's like as the point the show drops the shark is me watching it, or drops the shark. The point the show jumps the shark is me watching it. And I'm not saying that's true, it's just like a weird...
I typically try to go back, if there's a show that I want to watch, I'll usually start from like the beginning.
Oh yeah, and like, you know, the beginning episodes, you're just like, oh yeah, this is great, I can't wait to watch more of it, and then...
Oh, but then I see what you're saying, like, it's just like, the moment you're like interested, it gets bad.
Yeah, and it's not like, it's not a real thing that's ever actually, like, because I'm always like, oh no, that was a great episode, but what if one day I'm the reason the show is bad now? No!
Well, until you're writing on a show, I don't think you'll be the reason that it's bad.
I can only hope. I can only hope to ruin a show someday, Brandon. I can only dream. Hey, you guys got the butter beer?
Why does he sound like that?
I don't know. That was me trying to do the frickin' Italian mobster accent with the word butter beer. And it just, I don't know. I'm really starting to mix my accents together now. It happens after I do it for a while. That is an interesting looking hat. It looks almost like one of like the alive items in Beauty and the Beast, like in the cartoon. Be our guest. Be our guest.
I will call body of the future.
That's right. Somebody get me that freaking candelabra. I'm gonna dip his fucking wax in a fucking piece of paper and sign his death warrant with it. Or seal his death warrant with it. Look, okay. But I actually just recently watched the, when I visited my parents recently, I saw the updated Beauty and the Beast with like the live action stuff. Yeah. With Emma Watson and stuff, and
how was that?
Look, so I haven't seen the original Beauty Beast in like a long time.
Yes. But
I wasn't. I mean, you know, again, maybe I'm just being jaded. I just wasn't particularly thrilled with it. It just seemed like everything was a cliche to like make the movie seem that more dramatic, and like if you could imagine like the dramatic gopher like bah, 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 turning his head like every like at the end of every scene.
It was like weird and over the top.
It was weirdly over the top, and like I don't know, just when I think of the cartoon, again, I haven't seen the cartoon in a long time. I feel like they were trying to recreate the charm of the cartoon without actually having any of the charm.
I think that's a good description of the entire thing that's going on with Disney right now. And I know it's an easy side to take, especially for two 2D artists talking about a movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know, this whole thing, I know it's doing well and making money, but for what it is, I think this entire generation of Disney is going to be remembered in 10 or 20 years the same way that we remember the 90s when all the Disney movies were straight to DVD sequels.
Oh,
it's just gonna be forgotten about, and
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because
you
in 20 years, are you gonna be like, hey, Lion King remake, or are you gonna be talking about the original still?
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing also is the Lion King remake is that 3D technology is it looks great and it's groundbreaking right now, but it's gonna age. So yeah, I feel like we're gonna. I mean, at this point, it's pretty much getting there, but still, 3D always has when you're going for photorealistic representation of something. It's one of those things where it always something that's stylized is gonna age a lot better than something that is trying to just be a one-to-one recreation of real life.
Right. A, it's a recreation, so that, and B, it's not. I don't feel like it's memorable. It's
yeah.
Have
you seen any of the Disney remakes aside from?
I saw Jungle Book.
That one's on Netflix now, right?
I don't know.
Is that the Mowgli one, or is that?
Oh, no, that's something else.
Oh God! So they have Mowgli and they have Jungle Book.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh my God!
I think Jungle Book is one of those things that it's a book. It's not necessarily Disney. Disney has a few things like that. It's not their original content.
Well, technically, none of it is if you really think about it.
Right,
Cinderella,
but I mean, right, but I think for a lot of the names or the details are theirs.
Yeah, very much so.
But because they took it and made it their own. But I think Mowgli or whatever, I think that's all a book. That's not. So I think somebody else made that. I don't think that's Disney property.
Either way, it's it's just it's some weirdness. I don't know how I feel about it, and I don't want to be the person who's just poo on everything.
You don't want to yuck the yum.
I don't want to yuck the yum. Okay, I don't want to be a yum yucker. Okay.
Nobody wants that. No.
No, I don't want to be a yum yucker. I'll yum all day if people want. I'll yum all over the place, but I don't want to.
I mean, we all got to yum. It's human nature.
Yeah, and my mom really enjoyed the Cinderella thing, so I'm not gonna. I mean, sure, I made comments and jokes about it the entire time, and she would respond to every single one of them with a "Shut up! I'm watching Cinderella." Or is it Cinderella? Beauty and the Beast.
Well, I mean, they made both, I think, right? Did they make Cinderella yet?
I think so. I could swear they did. I'd be surprised if they didn't. When Beauty and the Beast came on, I was just like, oh shit, it's the fucking Beauty and the Beast thing. That's right, they made this.
Oh shit, it's the fucking Beast with the beauty.
And then Mom was like, oh boy, let's watch this, and I was just like, oh.
Show Mom.
You don't want to watch literally anything else. we watched it for her because I'm not gonna,
because she's just a great son. That's why.
She sat through Tim Robinson for me, so I know.
Tim Robinson.
Yep.
Do I know what that is?
That's that sketch show.
Oh, right. Yes.
So I was gonna do, I didn't mind, but I will say if I had to make any compliments for Beauty and the Beast live action remake, it's that they had this wardrobe that its mouth was like the drapes or whatever, and it would move like a mouth, and that was pretty cool. That I appreciated. Everything else was pretty alright. It was all just kind of weird, and also it all just had a weird fake. I don't know. It all had this weird super. Oh, the server is shutting down. Can you hear me, Brandon?
Yes, I hear you. What's shutting down?
It said the server is shutting down for DrawPile, so I just...
DrawPile?
Yeah.
Oh, well...
Technical difficulties, folks.
I didn't get that notification.
You didn't get kicked out?
Maybe it's talking about your other one.
Oh, that's possible. How colored is the hand on the mobster right now?
You're still coloring it right now.
And is it fully colored at this moment? Okay. Okay, so we're fine.
That's a fully colored hand right there. I think the other one probably closed due to inactivity.
That would make a lot of sense. Yeah, that's your right. Yeah, I just looked at it. It says that makes sense. Gryffindor. You know, you may think you are Hufflepuff, but I see a real Slytherin in you. But yeah, so everything just looked weirdly corporate in the new Beauty and the Beast, if that makes sense. Like everything had like this nice polish to it that was, and like just I don't know. It didn't look. It looked like it was a movie by the numbers. Still following the same beats of Beauty and the Beast, but like really making sure that like everything was polished up so it was like nice and it hit all these beats. Like why is this character talking to his horse right now? Oh, why is this person doing that thing? And it's always just like to move the story along, but not in like a.
So it wasn't like a scene for scene remake like the others.
Well, I mean, I can't tell because I haven't seen Beauty and the Beast in a while, and I wasn't gonna like sit down and.
Some of your complaints might just be that Beauty and the Beast is a bad movie.
It could be. Who knows?
I think a lot of these remakes are pretty like smack dab.
Well, they're scene for scene, but it's like it's like. It's okay. So we were talking about the Disaster Artist, I think, last episode, and how they were also remaking scenes from The Room, scene for scene, but it's not quite the same charm because. First of all, we've already seen The Room. Like, why are you remaking a movie? Like, you could have spent that time, like, just making a better movie for the Disaster Artist. But it's also, like, it's not quite the same. Like, it's just, and not like an old person's like, it's not the same anymore. Or maybe it is. But, it's like you could tell they were following the beats of the movie all the same, but the presentation of it was all just so slick. In like a very like there was no rough edge anywhere sort of way. It was modern. I don't know how to describe. It's like when you see like those weird commercials where everyone's standing in front of a green screen, and they're supposed to be in the park, but they're in front of a green screen. And it's just like, oh look, it's clearly it felt like I was watching a commercial the whole time. I don't know.
You know what? Commercials I love is the ones where it's like these are all real people, and then it shows just like people talking about a truck, and they're like, my God, look at it! How did they achieve such great?
When I got my V6 Hemi, I decided that today was the day I was gonna officially go with Ford. This guy is a real person. How like, real people talk.
Who are these people? Either they did this 10,000 times before they found this guy, or these people they found psychopaths.
Yeah, they found psychopaths who were like super happy to like put on their announcery voices for shilling out a car that they drive every once in a while.
Who talks like that? People have no friends.
When I bought a house, red flag, that guy owns a home. Bullshit. I call bullshit. No one owns homes anymore. No one buys a house.
I want the steering wheel to fly off.
I want a good car where the steering wheel don't fly off when you drive it. I love that show so much. Are you doing Eraser or what's his? Is that Eraserhead or no? That's for Barton Fink.
It looks like both of those things more than what I was trying to do, which was Creamer, but.
That's funny. Hey, Jerry! Oh man. Speaking of The Simpsons, by the way, I know I'm kind of reaching back into the past a little bit because like 10 or 20 minutes ago. Have you read the Dead Bart like creepypasta?
No.
So Dead Bart is this creepypasta, which creepypastas are what they are.
I'm familiar.
And someone was just like talking about on Twitter, like, I got back in, I just found out about the Bart creepypasta, so I decided to read it, and I've been thinking about it lately, just because creepypasta.
Thinking about a creepypasta for more than fun.
Yeah, right. It's weird how that works out, how they stick with you. It's like when I watched it. It's like when I watched It Follows, and I was like checking over my shoulder every 20 minutes.
Yeah, that movie got me too.
It fucked with me. I need to see The Endless. I hear The Endless is really scary.
The what?
The Endless? I think it's on Netflix.
I haven't heard of that.
I don't know too much about it, but from my understanding, the plot is a group of people are on or they like go to like some cult retreat or something like that, and then they come out of it and shit's all fucky with aliens and Earth or whatever. I don't know. I don't know too much about it, but I hear it's really good and spooky.
Okay.
But Dead Bart,
Tell me about Dead Bart.
Dead Bart, I don't know. Like it's weird to describe a creepypasta with like because half the fun in the reading of it, but essentially, I'll see if I can pull up a link for you. I'm gonna post it in the chat, or should I just send it? I mean, I don't want you to read a whole story on the podcast. I'll just give you the cliff notes. Or we can read it aloud. I can do a dramatic reading for you.
Okay. You can do it.
I don't know if that. Yeah, we'll see how the dramatic reading goes.
In the meantime, I'm just drawing myself
Yeah.
some character.
I should also get another beer before I start this dramatic reading. Really get myself in the mode, you know.
Can you be dramatic without one?
Beer?
Yeah.
Look, man, I can't do shit without a drink in me, alright?
I need a drink.
Like, I need a drink if you want me to fucking be around for this shit. No, but okay, I'll start. It might be better if I just fucking. It's a lot. I mean, it's not like the longest thing in the world. It took me like maybe 5 minutes to read it, but I'll just go for it. Alright. Am I gonna be able to draw and read a creepypasta at the same time? Is the other main question.
I don't know. Probably not.
Are there too many variables in this? Am I?
No, you're really thinking.
I'm really
about
drawing this out.
A lot of.
I don't know how to do a podcast or a stream, man. I don't know if I can.
Neither.
Alright, so basically the Dead Bart creepypasta is there's this episode of The Simpsons that Matt Groening did towards the beginning of The Simpsons, that he made it when he was like super depressed, and after they finished like making the episode, which was titled Dead Bart, they basically like destroyed the episode, took it out of circulation, never talked about it, and if you even brought it up, like the people who worked on the show would get super mad at you, and they would be like, do not talk to Matt Groening about the Dead Bart episode.
Okay.
So guy kind of like ambushes Matt Groening at like Comic-Con or something like that when he's not at a table, and says, hey, Matt Groening, I want to talk about Dead Bart, and then he just gets really silent and tells him a website to go to, or gives him a flash drive. Doesn't matter. Either way.
He just keeps it around in case someone asks.
Yeah. Like he grabs a piece of paper, writes something on it, hands it to the guy, and the piece of paper has a website address on it. So he goes to the website, and it's a single link to a download file, and he downloads the file, and basically like it puts a giant virus on his computer, and he has to wipe his hard drive and everything. And then he tries, once his computer's like completely obliterated and he like has it restored to like base Windows settings, he like tries to download it again, and he does get the file. And he opens the file, and it's a Simpsons episode, and like it's just a really weird episode of The Simpsons. This is, I think, where I can start the dramatic reading, because this is like the last bit. The episode was about the Simpsons going on a plane trip. Near the end of the first act, the plane was taking off. Bart was fooling around as you'd expect. However, as the plane was about 50 feet off the ground, Bart broke a window in the plane and was sucked out. At the beginning of the series, Matt had an idea that the animated style of the Simpsons world represented life, and that death turned things realistic. This was used in this episode. The picture of Bart's corpse was barely recognizable. They took full advantage of it not having to move, and made an almost photorealistic drawing of his dead body. Act 1 ended with a shot of Bart's corpse. When Act 2 started, Homer, Marge, and Lisa were sitting at their table, crying. The crying went on and on. It got more pained and sounded more realistic, better acting than you would think possible. The animation started to decay even more as they cried, and you could hear murmuring in the background. The characters could be barely made out. They were stretching and blurring. They looked like deformed shadows with random bright colors thrown on you. There were faces looking in the window, flashing in and out, so that you were never sure what they looked like. This crying went on for all of Act 2. Act 3 opened with the title card saying 1 year had passed. Homer, Marge, and Lisa were skeletally thin and still sitting at the table. There was no sign of Maggie or the pets. They decided to visit Bart's grave. Springfield was completely deserted, and as they walked to the cemetery, the houses became more and more decrepit. They all looked abandoned. When they got to the grave, Bart's body was just lying in front of his tombstone, looking just like it did at the end of Act 1. The family started crying again. Eventually they stopped and just stared at Bart's body. The camera zoomed in on Homer's face. According to summaries, Homer tells a joke at this part, but it isn't audible in the version I saw. You can't tell what Homer is saying. The view zoomed out as the episode came to a close. The tombstones in the background had the names of every Simpsons guest star on them. Some that no one had heard of in 1989, some that haven't been on the show yet. All of them had death dates on them. For guests who had died since, like Michael Jackson and George Harrison, the dates were when they would die. The credits were completely silent and seemed handwritten. The final image was the Simpsons family on their couch, like in the intro, but all drawn in hyper-realistic, lifeless style of Bart's corpse. A thought occurred to me after seeing the episode for the first time. You could try and use the tombstones to predict the death of the living Simpsons guest stars, but there's something odd about most of the ones who haven't died yet. All their deaths are listed as the same date. And that's Dead Bart Creepypasta.
That's
Why is it all the same date though?
Oh, the world ends or something?
That's my only assumption.
That's what they're
Or giant celebrity fight club.
Whoa.
Just saying.
Or some kind of like celebrity death pact. Suicide pact.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Like they set up like a tontine and then someone came to collect.
Whoa.
I know, right?
Those things are weird. 'Cause, like, it's like so. Okay, I get it. Like, that's cool, writing like a scary story, but they're so specific that they're just. Yeah. It almost takes me out of it the entire time. Because the whole time I'm thinking like, well, why this though?
Yeah.
Why
is
not
Shrek...
just write a scary story? Why does it have to be Simpsons themed?
Yeah, I have no idea, but I like a good creepypasta.
Yeah.
And that one I was just kind of like, wow, that ending kind of threw me for a loop. I thought like it was gonna end on like, oh, they're telling everyone's gonna die, but then the little hook at the end I thought was pretty clever. I saw a thing where I think like some TV channel is gonna make like a spooky series based on like creepypastas.
Oh.
Which seems like weird. Like,
yeah, I'm trying to.
Are you guys gonna find out who wrote the creepypastas and like?
Is that just a way to write a scary story show that you don't have to actually hire writers?
Yeah, that's like
plagiarizing.
Almost seems like it. Yeah.
Idea. Or?
I don't know. It seems shady at best, and willfully exploitative at worst. Maybe.
Yeah.
It's just an interesting route to go, but I don't know too much about that. I think it was just recently announced or something like that. But hey, they came out with scary stories to tell in the dark.
Oh yeah. Well, the entire series is just like, oh, those illustrations are.
Yeah, basically.
And then the rest is just kind of like.
The stories themselves aren't too bad. Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Cappuccino says, creepypastas legitimately used to be presented as a possibly found footage type medium. Yeah, I get that's the idea, but like the one you just read is so like specifically weird and impossible.
Yeah, it gets like supernatural towards the end.
Yeah, that it's not even like.
Yeah, the moment you have like a story.
Like by no means do I think that Matt Groening is some kind of weird celebrity death soothsayer. Like that's just bizarre.
It's just a weird.
Yeah.
Because like I understand the ones where it's like I picked up the phone and the phone.
Yeah, and I like those because they kind of give you those chills. Like, ooh.
Oh no, I'm fucking cursed real. Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I like a good scary story. There's a Reddit subreddit which is called No Sleep, and they're all written. Have you ever heard of this?
I think I've heard about it, but I haven't ever read anything.
It's all scary stories, but they're all written in that same style where it's like I'm writing everybody knows that it's not real. Like everybody gets that. That's the bit.
The
but
point
like,
is
at the same time, it's written as this is real.
Yeah.
So the person writing it, it's like sometimes since it's Reddit and you can kind of do it in like a comment style, they'll like have updates that come out like we'll get back to you once I find out more, and then like just like it's always creepy and kind of cool that way. I like that.
Yeah, I read I like those kinds of stories. Like I read this Twitter story, like it was like an ongoing series, and the dude was like pretending he was on vacation, and then like he ran into like a clone of himself, or someone who was in like kind of like he kept giving updates and like showing pictures of like he was taking quote unquote like of this person who looked like him, and he was like, I was wearing that shirt yesterday, what's going on? And then like the story involved like him eventually breaking into the guy's like hotel room and like basically like getting kidnapped and then like being replaced with the clone version of himself who was like, everything is fine, do not worry. And it was kind of like the story ends with it just being a carbon monoxide leak in his apartment. Yeah, and it turns out that everyone just died and it was all a dream. Oh my god, I got the worst ending in fucking Silent Hill when I first played Silent Hill 1. I never played it. First of all, I love those series. I love that series. I know they're popular. I'm gonna do a kind of fan comic of like a Silent Hill story that I would write or something like that, just as like a fun little experiment in drawing. Excited to read a scary story written by you. Like I've never seen you do anything like that. I've got a couple I've been like writing out like for spooky stories. Yeah. Like I got one about illustrations in that. Yeah. I've never seen you attempt that. I have like one story I've been trying to finish. It's like about a robot. It's like the first robot given like consciousness, and it like falls in love with its handler, and I got this idea. Like I came up with the idea based on like the name and an image I had in my head of like the image that you're kind of looking for that's like super spooky, of like it wearing a person's face or something like that, and I need to finish writing that, but I wanna do some spooky comics. I have some ideas for like spooky comics, but I need to. I've never attempted anything scary myself. It's kind of fun. I mean, it'd be a whole different ballgame because like even like the expressions and everything in the comic would be a totally different. Yeah, and you want it's interesting though because make people on like a little bit like unnerved as well. Yeah, it's hard to draw like an unnerving drawing. Right. It's hard to like find that one thing that like spooks people out. You're like, oh, guess what? Does this scare you? But I heard about this thing. It was like an interview I guess Jordan Peele did, and they were like, how do you go from doing such hilarious comedy like Key and Peele to doing horror? And he was like, and again, this is based on somebody paraphrasing the interview. But basically the guy, Jordan Peele, said, yeah, so like humor and horror have a lot of the same sort of elements to it. There's like a setup, timing and all that. Yeah, I've heard that before from writers. Yeah, so it kind of makes sense. And I also just fucking love spooky shit. Like I've played all the spooky games I can find, and I've got more I still want to get through. I like I like reading those creepypastas. I've watched every horror movie that's on Netflix. Yeah, like, literally. Me and Morgan, when we started dating, we just watched a ton of horror movies. And and now that we're like been dating a couple of years almost, and we're like comfortable and all that, I'm like, hey, let's watch this. And she's like, no, I don't like scary movies. I'm like, what? We watched all those. And she's like, yeah, that was just to hang out with you. I hated that. Oh man. I didn't know that. Okay. We didn't have to do that. That's a bummer. But... Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, like if you're afraid of horror movies, like that's the worst. Yeah. I know. Oh man. Good thing a lot of them are really terrible. Like, does she just not like them does she not like being scared, or does she not like? Oh, interesting. Like, yeah. I hate like jump scares. I love it. Yeah, me too. Like, I hate jump scares, but I love like, again, like It Follows, where it was just like, oh fuck, is that person behind me? Yeah, it just unsettles me and like really
Big
makes me
tall
like.
comes to the door. That was all.
Ah, God. I will say though, I think I've thought about this, but I think the reason that the monster is so spooky and it follows is because of the intro where like you see the girl with like the messed up leg that's all like busted backwards and gross. You're like, if you hadn't seen the damage the creature can do, you'd be like, ah, that's fine, like whatever, it's a monster. Oh no, it looks like a person. But like when you see like the leg just bent backwards like that, it just really
That doesn't.
Ugh. That was a great visual element to that movie to really sets the stakes. You're like, oh fuck, that's gonna happen to my leg at the very least.
I've never attempted to draw Simpsons characters before. Funny enough.
You're doing a good job. I am not.
I looked at a picture. I googled Simpsons though as a reference.
Oh, I've just been going off your drawing.
Oh no, I definitely looked at a reference.
Also, the underneath the well part of Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and like the Shadow Temple, that shit was cool. I just love a good spooky thing.
Yeah, me too. I like being scared, but also knowing I'm safe. It's a great feeling. Gives you that that jolt.
Because it's nice because.
The reason I love like roller coasters and all that.
It's like, oh, I could fly out, but I'm still safely restrained inside the thing.
If any of this stuff was happening to me without an explanation, this would be terrifying.
Yeah. But in a game, you're safe. Or in a movie, you're like, that's just an actor or that's just a prop body. Like, shit's fine.
And I know it's not true. So.
Yeah. They didn't actually kill that guy, did they?
I hope not.
Oh,
I'm gonna call the police for every horror movie I watch.
Right? Oh my God! There's someone at this house.
Someone's. They're gonna kill him. You gotta go. What's the address? I don't know.
There's at least 3 dead people.
It's a giant hotel in Colorado. This man is gonna kill his family. He's lost it.
Yeah, he's saying here's
Nicholson
Johnny.
was an upstanding fellow, but it appears I'm wrong.
He seems to have gone off the deep end, if you will. Oh no! Now he's seeing ghosts.
He hit Scatman Crothers in the stomach with an axe.
Is that Scatman Crothers?
The janitor or the cook is. It's not janitor.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Nah, I'm a scat man.
No,
scat man.
definitely not that. That's
Skibidi-do-do-do. Skibidi-do-do-do. I'm a scat man.
Captain Sheepy says he said this a while ago, but the very first creepypasta he read was Pokemon Black, which was made before Black and White were announced.
Is that the one? Is Captain Sheepy? Is that the one where it's like the Pokemon game and it's like hacked and it like? Well, that's about as far as I can remember, but that sounds like it could be like 8 different creepypastas in one. So I'm sure I'm right. Is it a Pokemon?
Sure multiple Pokemon. Every video game that's popular has a creepypasta about it being hacked, and it's like trying to play messages.
Yeah, basically like, oh, it's a ROM hack of this thing. Did I ever tell you about that time that I played Mario 64, but it was like a weird bootleg ROM hack, and it turned out that it had a backstory about Mario, how Bowser was an aborted fetus, and it was coming back and like making them relive their dreams in the womb of a fucking neuromancer.
Maybe it's true that video games does cause violence.
Right?
Now that I'm
that would be this. That'd be a creepypasta right there, right? The video game that causes violence.
Kill.
That's right. It's like a game called like Animal Happy Town, and once you play it, yeah, and once you play it, you realize that you just have to kill your neighbors. You like drive and the neighbors in the game, and then like you visit their town, and then you visit their town.
It was about a hacked bootleg cartridge, and I actually, now that he says this, I've read this one also. That he found at a flea market that you only get one Pokemon, and it's a ghost, and it kills all the other Pokemon trainers, and then you
Oh, yeah. That sounds about right. I think I have read that one. Basically, Missing No was a creepypasta before they became canon.
Well, that was real. That was just like...
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying, is Missing No is a real-life creepypasta that was just real. It was just a bad glitch that kind of was spooky. That's also a thing that's like always kind of spooked me out, like in games, and it's never actually turned into anything, but like no clipping into the void, you know? Like I've talked with the guy whose couch I'm living on, and we both agree that like in like Valve games, like when you're no clipping into the void, and you might come across a room where it's just like the G-man standing on a boat. It's not like scary or anything like that. You're just like, oh, if someone like were to put a fucking jump scare in this no clip void as I'm like traveling through it,
that'd be awesome to do.
Right? Or it's like when we were playing, you know that elevator game I made you play the one time? Where
yeah. Forgot about that.
And like you can like no clip outside the elevator and look around in there, and like all the different like creepy rooms that are there, you can like kind of go back to when they aren't animated or anything like that. And it's kind of spooky. It's got like a spooky feel to it. Like I feel like you could really make a scary game out of like messing with people in the no clip. Like the point of the game is to no clip, and then like that's when it fucks with you.
Right. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Get on that.
Yeah. Whoever knows how to program a game, make our game, all three of you watching the stream.
Let's make our game for us.
Yeah, make a game. Come on, guys. We've only had 2 episodes. When are we gonna get our own video game?
The DrawBomb game?
I would play that. What would be the DrawBomb game? Would it be like...
It's just a Pictionary box, except it's been like drawn. The word DrawBomb is drawn over top of Pictionary.
Oh, that makes sense. I would play that.
I
like Pictionary.
I think we'll have to wait till we have more consistent viewers. But I was telling somebody about this podcast or this this show at work, and they were like, "Oh, you know, it'd be a fun game is if you did viewer Pictionary, where like me and you are playing, but our team member is somebody in the comments, or it's just the whole like,
chat. Yeah, that'd be cool. If we had a Discord, we could also set it up for the Discord too. Yeah. But then that would also remove the chat element. But you know, I like that idea though. It's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of ideas, I had an idea for a fun little drawing prompt thing. If you're interested, we didn't talk about this in the prep, but
we didn't get.
I'm gonna lay this one on you.
This time.
Yeah, we didn't really prep. So check it out. I have this game. It's called Battle Cats. It's a game where you battle cats.
You battle cats?
Like you are the cats and you are battling other bases. Like you just like send out the troops or whatever. Anyways, it's super Japanese, super weird game. Super cute cats though. But they have this feature where like you can send this little cat out to go like exploring to grab you like items and shit like that. And what they do is they have like little flavor text that populates when it comes back from like a mission. And there's been like some scenarios in like the little flavor text where I'm like, I would draw that. That's cute. So what I can do is I can send you a picture of the flavor text, or at least I can type out some of the flavor text for you, and we can try drawing some of that.
I'm down for that. What's flavor text?
Flavor text is just like the, extra description and shit that like, isn't vital to anything. It's just kind of like there for,
okay.
World building and et cetera.
Loading screens and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the unimportant text that's just there to kind of add some flavor. Alright, so, hold on one sec. You keep doing the scat, man. I'm gonna start typing shit into the little chat between us. So the cat's name is Gamma Toto, but feel free to draw yourself in.
Cat name that.
Oh yeah, that's a cute name. What a small world. I mean, it's a very common cat name.
I know. I just felt like it was pretty unoriginal.
Gamma Toto. Ah, there's already like 3 cats named Gamma Toto in this neighborhood.
Oh well, he looks like one, so.
Yeah, well,
stick to it.
Oh man, I don't know if there's actually a more consistent way of doing this. I'm not even sure I should actually be.
Maybe it's for a future episode.
I think so. I think we should table this one.
Right.
Let's put a pin in it.
I had one idea for a prompt.
Oh, you drawing the G-Man right now?
It was, yeah.
Very nice. What's your idea for the prompt?
What if we did we'll draw superheroes, but the way we're given what we're gonna do is you're given like a random kind of like noun, I guess, and then that's
your
man
superhero
type thing. So like,
I like it. All right, let's try it.
I don't know. We gotta find some kind of generator of words.
I'm going to do. Hold on, I'm gonna try that inspiration website, the art inspiration. What's it called?
Like a drawing prompt site.
Yeah, well, that's what more was looking for. Drawing prompt.
Well, I guess that's good that you could tell it was G-Man.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, it was once I saw like the suit and the forehead. Like the forehead's really what sells the G-Man. All right, so hopefully the website's not like broken.
Well, the one was, unless they fixed it.
Yeah, I'm checking now. It looks like it's still broken. So we all can't be Gas Mask Man, although that would be a great superhero. I know, right? But let's try prompt. Let's try the other one. Oh shit, that's the broken one again. All right. Do you want to go for Animal Farm, Animal Wild, Thing, the Thing Still Life? These are the different prompts that we can do. Man, it would be easier if it was just
like a random object or animal, or
that's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna have to give you but an animal is already sort of like, you know, that's overdone, right? We need like Blender Man.
Okay, one sec. Noun generator. Random noun generator. Alright, let's try this.
Alright.
I want to generate. Okay, so we don't have to go with these, but this is I want to test the site.
Okay.
And I'll put it on the screen so everybody can experience this. But the two it gave me was courage and popularity.
Ooh.
I'm courage man.
Right. I am popularity man.
So I'm gonna generate 4 words.
Okay, and we're gonna
try it this time. And
okay,
we'll each pick one from the list of 4. Okay. So here we go. We got okay, these are good. We got driver, tassel,
man,
tortoise, and veranda.
Wait, when you say veranda, don't you mean pagoda?
I don't know what I mean.
Or a gazebo?
So which one do you want? Driver, tassel, tortoise, or veranda?
There's no hesitation. Tassel man, 100%.
Okay, that's good because I kind of wanted tortoise man.
Okay, good. Perfect.
All right, so you're drawing tassel man, and I'm drawing tortoise man. Let me just clear the board.
I'm gonna try and keep tassel man PG, but no promises.
I mean, how can you?
Honestly, like I could just do like the Ultimate Warrior, and it would almost like from wrestling, and it would be like Tassel Man.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna sketch out my little dude here. So Tassel Man. So your guy's Tortoise Man, right?
Yes.
What's his backstory?
So Tortoise Man, he works at a pet store. And one day, while feeding the turtles, some of the turtle food got mixed in with his food at lunchtime.
Oh no.
And then, you know, nothing really happens when that happens, but he decided to start dressing like a turtle and fighting crime.
I expected like that SpongeBob episode where he gets like the snail shit injected into his nose and he's like, I'm turning into a snail. But no, you're saying he just ate the food and got inspired more than anything.
I think if you asked him, he would say that the food did it.
The food chose him.
All doctors say you're just still a normal man.
He refuses to believe the doctors.
I have the powers of a turtle.
No, you see, you don't. You just ate some turtle food. It's gonna be fine.
This is as fast as I can move.
No, you are just intentionally.
I'm gonna live to be 120.
Well, definitely not. Especially if you go out and fight crime, you're gonna die.
Grass and
crickets. In fact, if you could actually stop eating crickets, that would be great, because those are pretty poisonous crickets. They're not actually good for human consumption. There's poisonous crickets in this scenario. Tassel Man. Let me tell you about Tassel Man.
Yeah, I want to hear his backstory.
Strip club DJ who, a jilted lover of one of these, the strippers who were dancing at the strip club, came back and started being shitty, and strip club DJ had the perfect opportunity to try and get this guy the heck out of the place. So he goes and he tries to stop the guy, and he just straight up gets stabbed a whole bunch in the stomach. And as he's lying on the ground, Tassel Man, and as he's lying there bleeding out, an angel speaks to him and says, Tassel Man, it's not your time. Wow. And so he comes back, but his body has been morphed by the energies surrounding him.
Wow, this story's way better than mine. God's involved in yours.
Yeah, it's kind of like a whole Sandman sort of thing, where the metaphysical powers that be are as much a part of the universe.
I thought something that would be important, or I thought something that would be fun at the end of this would be say who won. I'm pretty sure before we're even done drawing, yours wins. There's divine intervention. God.
Look, just because there's gods involved doesn't mean that Tassel Man is already.
Turtle Man has a protective shell, so he's probably gonna win.
It's pretty solid, yeah. It's a good super. Tassel Man's just spins fast. He's got fast spinners on his nips and other places, but mostly his nips.
It's the classic spot for a tassel.
I believe so. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense to have him at nip height at least.
Right.
In
the meantime, thanks everyone for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in to this episode that we threw together real quick. Extenuating circumstances happened, and I'm happy that, I'm happy that they were what they were, because that's just, awesome. I'm just happy for you. I'm happy for your brother especially.
Yeah. We'll be good parents.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it.
As someone who's not sure they want kids themselves, I'm happy that I have other people's kids that I can enjoy.
You can be like, guess what? I get all the fun without having to deal with the kid. And I get to hang out with the kid and be like, hey, do you know what boogers are? And they're like, ha 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 ha, and you're like, that's fucking
you're
right,
hilarious,
kid.
Uncle Brandon. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
People at work thought so.
Don't you forget it. I'm a fucking laugh riot. So the interesting thing about Tassel Man is that his arms have also been turned into tassels with giant fists at the end. His forearms and hand are all normal, they move. You can move a hand into forearm. Well, you can't move your forearm so much as you can move your hand around. So he basically has control of his hand, but the forearm is also solid matter just to give it more weight to it. But the bicep tricep area leading from the shoulder down to the forearm, connecting at the ulna, those are all just tassels. So he's got to swing his arms.
Wow, he's Tassel Man is actually turned into tassels.
Yes. So he's like, you know, his superpower is like he spins his arms around real fast, creating like a big cyclone effect for his arms, and then he just uses that to like just beat the shit out of people. I should probably Google what tassels look like.
Enjoy that Google search.
I'm going to. I'm gonna have a great time. So, have fun looking up fucking turtles.
Always do.
Oh great! I can't even spell tassel right. Jesus. You know, tassels doesn't even have to apply in just a stripper sense. In terms of no, I mean most of these drawings actually aren't, which is kind of a bummer. So I'm just kind of readjusting from that, unfortunately. But oh well, I'll live. I still managed to work the stripper backstory into my thing. Maybe he was. Do you think it works? Do you think Tassel Man's backstory works better if he was the male stripper and instead of the DJ, or what do you think?
Tassel Man. You know.
Tassel Man's backstory also has the seedy underside of domestic violence involved in it a little bit, which isn't such a fun topic.
No. I mean, you know, most hero origin stories involve some tragedy, loss, some struggle.
This is true.
They come out the other side. They use their trauma.
Beat the shit out of people for it.
As inspiration.
Tassel Man. Wow, is he wearing a turtleneck?
Of course.
Okay, well, that's pretty solid. I can't complain about that. Oh no. I am going to. Can you do me a favor, Brandon?
Maybe.
Can you just set the opacity for Ian 3 down to like, you know?
Oh, do you not have that ability?
No, I don't.
Okay, do that.
Let's set down to like 30 or something like that. There we go.
Is that good?
That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so I'm just gonna start drawing Tassel Man here. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. Alright, here we go. But yeah, so what are the villains of Turtleneck Man?
His main villain it's not Turtleneck Man. It's Tortoise Man.
Tortoise Man. That's right. I'm so sorry.
It's very insulting, and he gets that a lot. But he's not fazed because he knows that he's saving lives out there. And
so he's doing good.
Some of his villains are Hair Man.
Hair Man.
So he's challenging him to races. It's very fast.
Oh, I see. I was thinking of a different kind of hair, but that makes sense.
Yeah, it's not exactly. It's not the best brand. A lot of people are thinking of hair like on your head first.
Yeah. I was like, that's a hell of a superhero. Just like, I have hair. It's like everyone has fucking hair, dude.
No one's impressed.
Yeah, no one's impressed, Hair Man. You can go sit down.
Also, Truck Tire Man.
Truck Tire Man?
Yeah,
oh, because tortoises always get. That makes sense. I just imagine like a dude like, you know, like he's like. Hold on, I'm just gonna draw that now. Actually.
I know. I forget Tortoise Man. Truck Tire Man.
Truck Tire Man sounds fucking hilarious.
I like the idea that he stays inside the tire, then he can like pop out. Then he's like, ha, and it's like a belt when he pops out. And then he just crawls back in and he can like make it go.
Yeah, he just like starts spinning around in a circle and like zooms off. That's my Truck Tire Man. We'll have to draw a Truck Tire Man for one of the fights for Tortoise Man.
Some other time.
Yeah. so Tassel Man, his superhero or his supervillains are. I should have thought about this while you were. While I was asking you the same question, I should have been like, oh, I should prepare for my own answer.
I appreciate you for listening to me instead of just preparing to talk like some people do.
Oh yeah, waiting for my turn to talk and being like, okay, you're done. Okay, fine. Here we go.
About
all right.
time.
Yeah, right. Jesus, I was fucking waiting for like all of 10 seconds. Fucking jabber on, why don't you? You fucking jabberjaw. So anyways, Tasselman's arch villains are Jabberjaw, the crime-solving shark, who in this storyline has.
He's a villain.
Well, what's happened is his whole band got murdered on one of their mysteries, their last mystery. They all got killed by the person who they were investigating. It was by that frickin' cat that's always going like. Cat straight up set up for like a car bomb, and so they all died. And so Jabberjaw, just completely scarred emotionally from the whole experience, has taken a trip down the. Yeah, right. Like everyone you've known and loved has died in a single fire explosion in front of your very eyes.
Died.
And the only reason you lived is because they sent you into the Sonic to get their order. Oh wait, that wouldn't actually make sense because Sonic, they rollerblade your orders out. I picked the one restaurant.
It's a good thing you didn't know the
That's the joke.
The working order of a Sonic restaurant. It saved his life. The fact that he never had one before.
He's like, whoop, 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 whoop. Oh boy, I'll go get the food. And they're like, no, Jabberjaw, at Sonic, you don't have to get your own food. They rollerblade.
This comic is sponsored by Sonic.
That's right. Please, somebody sponsor us. I hate my job and I just want to leave.
They make me rollerblade at a minimum wage job. It's raining out.
I have to dance on the countertop every half an hour. Oh, I feel so bad for people. Yeah. That's a different place. That's in Philly. And I just feel bad I've gone there once and I felt so bad like for the people who had to dance on the countertops. I was like, ooh,
It's like, no. It's like, what if you're having like a bad day?
Right? No!
It involves you fucking like being a turd.
I don't care about your dead dad and your newfound orphan status.
I pay you $7 an hour, god damn it.
That's right, and our salads are just the burger parts without the burger.
Tortoise Man is turtly enough for the Turtle Club.
We might not turtly enough for the Turtle Club. What a terrible fucking movie! I can't believe I watched that shit. Oh my god.
The movie seems to make you mad.
Oh, dude, I just remember being like 8 or some shit. I was
insulted as a kid, but I don't know. I feel like I'd have to watch it again now and decide.
No, look, that shit was hot garbage. I could even tell as like a 8-year-old, I was just like, ugh. I'm too young to know what it's like for something to not be good, but this is definitely it.
I believe Dino. Oh my god, what did I just do with the screen? Dino Starburns or whatever from.
Oh yeah.
He's a writer. He wrote on Mr. Show a lot.
Oh yeah.
I remember reading that he was one of the main writers of that movie, and then he's like our script was awesome, and then the studios just like destroyed it, and he's like, and it's a piece of shit, and it has my name on it, and it makes me sad.
That's a bummer. That'd make me sad. That's like the worst fear is like having a studio come and be like, okay, can we fuck this up entirely for you? Because God, that movie was just some garbage, dude.
Oh
my
God. Can I take my name off it before you ship it? Because
this is not my movie anymore. This is not the movie I made. Yeah, that's a bummer. That's a real bummer. I would have loved to see like the version they wrote.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, not only like funny writing, but I mean, I love Dana Carvey. He's great.
Yeah, Dana Carvey's great.
So he could have done whatever they gave him.
What a bummer. What a wasted opportunity.
Oh well.
Oh well, indeed. Life moves on. We're all gonna die in the heat death of the universe, and
Wow, you think we'll make it that long?
No, we're gonna die
Very
when everyone died in Dead Bart.
What did my grave tombstone say in that?
Yours was actually a little before.
Oh no.
Right. Also, it's a little presumptuous
Actually,
that you
that
think
sounds
that
great.
you're gonna
I'd be happy to die before the weird nuclear apocalypse
cataclysm. Yeah.
I need to be around for that.
Yeah, there's no real need to witness all that shit. It's just a lot of screaming and crying and confusion.
I feel like I would really not be that great in the apocalypse.
Oh no, are you kidding me? I'd be like, oh god, and I'd be hiding under a barrel and someone like beat my head in with a hockey stick like immediately.
I would spend the valuable time where you should be like gathering supplies and getting kind of a foothold before things get too bad. I'd spend all that valuable time like not leaving my bed.
Yeah, same. I'd be like, oh.
And then by the time it was like, all right, there's no more food in the house. I have to go out. It would already be too late, and everything would be empty.
Yeah.
I'd step out of my house and be like, huh? And then a raider would like stomp my head and
yeah,
eat my corpse or something.
Someone would be like, go on, Ian, go to the grocery store and get food. I'm like, dude, going to the grocery store and getting food is how they kill you, okay?
Like, it's not that bad, and it's like, the TVs aren't working anymore. I'm assuming it's bad. The internet's down.
Everything's fine. Everything's good, and then you go out.
Walk out and be like, "Hey, nice mohawk. Is that armor? Did you make that out of trash cans?"
Yeah. Oh, I love your belt made of human hands. Where'd you get that?
And then that'd be the end of me.
Yeah. I would love to do a D&D sort of game about like the post-apocalypse or some shit like that. Cool. I had an idea for a really cool D&D campaign. I want to say yesterday. And I want to make it happen, but that would require like so much fucking planning. But if I could make that happen, it'd be so worth it, because it was a cool idea. That's it. That's the end of that story.
Oh yeah. Was it that?
It would be like, no, it was the idea was like this dude called the Holy Roller, and he's got like these die that just make things work out for him better, and then you find this
meta D&D game.
Yeah, it's a very meta D&D game. You find like this temple, and you get the dice that you can like change your role essentially in D&D, and yeah, it would get really meta. But yeah, I had an idea for like a cool like how you could make shit happen in it. It'd be fun to make.
So
but yeah.
So which one of us is going to be the first to finally give in and move to the other person?
God, it depends on like how, who's got more money at the time. But honestly, I wouldn't mind moving someplace, keeping my head low a little bit. But I think it's gonna happen eventually. It's a matter of time. It's just all a matter of time. Maybe once we get some sponsors for this fucking show.
Sponsors.
Yeah, you want to sponsor us?
I have a lot of offers lining up. I just, I'm trying to pick and choose, make good choices.
Oh yeah, you gotta really,
you gotta want to sponsor this show.
You gotta curate your target. Like, do I want to do Lisa Mattress? Do I want to do Blue Apron? Do I want to do all of them and
this
just
show is brought to you by Dead Bart.
Yeah. If you need to know that all
is a creepy story about
just like ads for like stupid shit. Like, hey everybody, look, I don't know if you know this, but we're sponsored by Strong Bad Emails, okay? It's this guy, he's a luchador, and he's reading some emails.
His voice is just, oh, you gotta hear it done to you. I can't even do it. I can't even try to do it.
It's trying to gargle a soda through your nose while also scraping yourself with a cheese.
Cookie Monster, but with confidence.
Yeah. It's like a really annoying dude just growling into a microphone for like 45 minutes. It's great.
I just found it. It's great. I think it's new.
Yeah, I'm the first person to discover Strong Bad Emails. My favorite guy is this guy. He's called Tom Saw, and he's like there's this other dude, but he's like the dumb version of him. and he's just like, "Ah, I'm like a soup on a Saturday." Anyways, we're sponsored by them. Go there, play their bunch of
line about sponsors. Probably.
Can you? Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure. Because maybe your product is not something that they want.
Yeah, I don't think they would want
their
necessarily to be associated with our show. Guys, we're not sponsored. Don't go to that website ever.
No, that doesn't exist. We made that up.
We made that shit up. But
Captain Cheapy loves homeschooled winner, he says.
Homeschool winner? Oh man. That is the best show I've ever seen. Homeschool winner. 3 homeschools. What was that? Go ahead.
I used to watch. I mean, I guess everybody did.
Homestar Runner?
Quite a bit of Homestar.
Oh hell yeah! I kept up with that shit every week when they would come out with new episodes on Mondays. But Homeschool Winner, that's like a reality TV show where it's just like, check it out. We're gonna see who's the best homeschool parent, and
who can
when
be
we
the first one to get a friend. Welcome to
That's-
Homeschool Winner.
if you lose, you have to go back to public school.
No.
No, I really am not socially equipped for that sort of situation. But too bad, because you're on Homeschool Winner.
Here's your rose. You are the homeschool winner this week. No!
Oh my god, I can't believe that! Now you get to go in the jacuzzi. Wait a minute. Hold the phone here.
The only people on the show are me and my parents. I don't know anybody else.
I don't know people. I throw up. I will throw up if I have to talk to
Too
a
young
person.
to have a job, and I go to school at home. I know nobody.
I am a little boy. I know nothing.
I'm a little baby boy.
A baby Baba Booey baby boy. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Jesus
we got
Christ.
another person watching for that like the last 1 minute.
Oh, aren't you so glad? Yeah, they definitely should have left.
I feel like they came in at the best moment, I think.
Oh yeah? We're really on
stuff.
fire. Balls of fire over here, just taking this shit off into the stratosphere.
So what's new with you? What happened this past week? Anything?
Oh, fuck, man. I got to... Yeah, well, I mean, I talked...
For an hour.
Yeah, I talked about the movie that they're shooting in Philly.
Oh, yeah. You don't know what it is or what it's about?
No, I still have no idea. Yeah, Jason Segel might be in it. That's my best guess because he has been spotted around Philly all summer. Just kind of being a cool guy. Oh, I did get to dog sit some people. Or dog sit some people. Yeah, I got to walk them. I fed them. But no, I got to dog sit for the people who
Pooped on the floor.
fucking pooped all over my life. But yeah, I just dog sat, so I got to like have the apartment to myself over the weekend, which is dope. That's when I got the ID photo done
Nice.
in that amount of time.
By the way.
Thank you. I'm very happy with how it turned out, especially for being done entirely on this tablet thingy. We're not sponsored, so I'm not gonna tell you which fucking tablet I'm using. So
I don't want to get sued.
don't get your fucking hopes up, everybody. All right?
I mean, you can
Jesus. Mention.
I mean, you could say what it is. But it's not.
Oh, it's a Surface Pro 6. I mean, it's pretty fucking dope.
Sponsored by Surface Pro 6.
Oh no! That would be a good sponsor though.
Yeah,
Just like, hey, yeah, I'd chill out.
I would accept any sponsoring. I would be okay if it was like, this episode is sponsored by Dress Barn.
Dress barn.
Discount blouses.
Do you want to dress like you got made in a barn?
The building resembles a barn, but the products do not resemble what you'd wear in a barn. Come on down.
For a real romp in the hay.
There's no hay here, though. It's this classy joint. It's just, the building is big like a barn. That's the only reason we call. trust me, like the clothes are nice. This is not.
This is a good clothes. You're not. We really look. It was a branding mistake.
But the building itself, it resembles. It's this. You know, barns are large. They can hold a lot. And this place is big and holds a lot of dresses. So come on, don't worry about the name. We promise, it's not something you'd wear on the farm. It's nice.
You can wear it to a fancy ball if you want to, but you know, definitely don't actually wear them on the farm. It would be bad if you were to wear that on the farm. Because you'll ruin it.
This dress will be so nice, the cows will come home. But not actual cow, because you're going to be at a ball. You are not going to be
a barn.
On a farm. No, sir. Come on down.
In fact, we've actually, when you walk into the store, you are signing a binding, non-verbal contract that you will not set any foot anywhere near a barn the entire time you are wearing our clothes. If you go within 3 miles of a barn, a group of men in sunglasses so that you can't see their face will come up and will hockey punch you.
Dress Barn Associates will come find you.
Do not go to a barn. I cannot stress this enough. If you don't want to get hockey punched, do not wear our clothes near a barn.
I'm somebody who's watched hockey in the past quite a bit, and I don't know what hockey punch means.
Oh, that's when like you grab their shirt from like
pull it over your head and
pull their head and then
yeah, you pull the dress over their heads.
Just fucking wail. I swear to God, if you wear our fucking clothes anywhere within the vicinity of a barn, talking like real like 80s style hockey punch. Those guys did not care. They were real angry.
They didn't have to pretend to not fight.
No. Like that was around the time when like people were still cool with corporal punishment. So like hockey players knocking the shit out of each other, they didn't mind so much. So they would really go to town on each other. And that's what we have in store for you if you take our clothes anywhere near a barn or a farm or even a petting zoo. If you go near one of those, we will also send the guys over there to hockey punch you then too. Yeah, maybe just not as bad.
That you're pulling a fast one on us, but you're
fucking dare.
That will not fly.
Yeah, if you pull a fast one on us, it's gonna be pain and a lot of shirts being, tossed over your head and dresses.
And the dress,
and then punching.
It's probably gonna be a casualty of the whole situation. You're not gonna be able
you're gonna get.
And it's gonna get ruined. No returns.
You're gonna get blood all over your dress. So you come on down once we hockey punch you. You got a new dress to get those blood stains we pummeled out of you. Alright, so this is pretty much Tassel Man right here.
You giving up on him?
I gotta finish drawing his face. You colored your guy. Yeah, I just realized that you've been done for like a minute.
I just finished.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Don't make me look bad here. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
God, you make me look bad. I mean, this is our This is our stream. Like, if you make me look bad, then like I'm gonna cry. Okay, I don't want to cry, but I will cry.
You do that enough on your own.
I do a lot of crying.
Making yourself look bad.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my uncontrollable sobbing I do every night. I'm like that scene in Mr. Robot when he's like, sometimes I just cry in the corner. Except that's me, and I am crying just like that.
Still watched it.
Still haven't seen it?
Nope.
My God. What are you waiting for?
I don't know. I forget it exists every time we stop having this conversation.
I know, that's pretty much how it goes. But it's a good show. I think I've already talked to you a lot about how you should watch that show.
Yes, you have.
I thought so. I pretty much, if I find out somebody hasn't watched something, I'll just be like, no, but you got, like, I've been like harping on like the people who I'm living with, like, you gotta watch True Detective season 1. It's so good. And they're just like, yeah, we'll get around to it. We just don't feel like launching up the HBO app right now. And I'm just like, no, you don't understand though. It's so good. And then I'll just kind of berate them for the next week or so until they either give in or till I find a new show to start berating them over watching. Yeah. For a while it was Breaking Bad. You know, now it's True Detective season 1 because I haven't seen it yet, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, you've seen True Detective season 1, right?
I have.
Okay, I was gonna say, don't make me start on you. I'll stop
almost,
berating you.
It's almost as good as season 2.
I haven't actually seen season 2 yet.
Oh, season 2 is terrible. That was a joke. I was hoping to get.
Oh, okay. Oh man, okay, I haven't seen. I can't. I heard it was bad, so I was just like, I'll zip this one out. I don't have HBO right now. I'm just gonna. But there's Tassel Man right there. Is that you drawing somebody getting hockey punched?
It might be.
Ooh, if I get rid of my drawing on the first layer, you can kind of see what Tassel Man looks like.
I like it.
Yeah, he's got tassels for arms and for nips. Tassel Man! Tassel Man!
Saturday mornings on Fox.
That's right. Not for children. Cause... Captain Cheapy's been talking about hockey. I've seen that fucking Romanowski video like 3 times. Dirtiest play in the NFL, it's called. Amazed that man has... Oh, it sure is football. Well, look. I don't know these acronyms, okay? NFL, NHL, MLB, NBA, NDA.
Oh, it sounds like you do know the acronyms, actually.
I don't know who they're for, like WNBA, WMLS, MLS.
Isn't MLS the reason people were dumping ice on their heads?
ALS. ADHD, NWA, and DMA, LSD. I'm done. Alright, kids. Time to fall asleep to the sound of one man just listing off acronyms for things that do and don't exist. GHB, Q2URLMNS.
Wow, elemental P.
ASDFGHJKL semicolon apostrophe. You know.
And the rest.
Oh, and the rest of them. And the rest. Isn't there like a show where like the theme song is like, is it the Brady Bunch where they're just like, here's the Brady Bunch and the rest? Or is that like a different show I'm thinking of?
I've never heard of that, but it could be a thing.
I can swear there's something. It feels bad to be like, and the rest. Oh, okay.
You don't want to fall under the rest.
No, you don't. Have you seen the video? So we talked about deepfakes last week.
I think I actually have this in my notes. I think you're gonna talk about the same one that.
Is it Bill Hader?
No.
Oh. Ooh. Okay. What was yours?
Mine was the Ron Swanson Full House.
Oh, that I did see. But no, it's Bill Hader, and he's doing like these he's like talking about sitting with Tom Cruise, and he does these impersonations of Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise's face on it.
When like it switched over to Tom Cruise, Jesus Christ! I drank one beer. I'm not even.
Say it already. Spit it out.
They took Bill Hader's face, and then when he starts doing Tom Cruise, they switch it over seamlessly to like Tom Cruise's face.
Okay.
And it's real weird. I'll see if I can find it for you. But it's disturbing because then like sometimes you're not even sure if they've switched it over or not, and then you're like, oh no, that's Bill Hader's face. But then like the switch over to Tom Cruise is disturbing. And then he also does Seth Rogen for a little bit, and then it switches to that. Like, ugh. Oh, I found the YouTube link. Okay. That'll be a lot easier for you to show off. Here's your link. Oh, and they also did one with him as Schwarzenegger. They did one where they did Sylvester Stallone as Arnold Schwarzenegger. They also did Jim Carrey with Jack Nicholson from The Shining.
I saw that one.
Yeah. It's quite disturbing. I'm not sure if we're allowed to just like straight up put other people's YouTube videos on the stream.
I don't know. I don't think it's
you know, it's just a small part of the content, I guess.
just put DrawBomb's logo on our stream, so.
Oh Jesus! How could you?
It's our sponsor.
Oh, Wait, are you telling me DrawBomb's a real place?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were making that name up.
No, it's a real place. All right.
Are you shitting me? Jesus Christ!
I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, folks, he's gonna be back, but let me tell you about our wonderful sponsors who didn't sponsor us. DrawBomb. DrawBomb. The only store where if they find out you're wearing their clothes within the vicinity of a barn, farm, or petting zoo, they will hockey punch you. Make sure you stay within a 30-foot distance or outside of a 30-foot distance of any barn, farm, or petting zoo, or the sponsored folks at DrawBomb who aren't sponsoring us will hockey punch you. Are you getting a beer? Well, now I gotta get a beer.
No, that was just me. That was me sneezing.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
that's
that
a
noise
weird
was-
sounding sneeze. Bless you. Jesus. Oh, yeah. Okay. I guess I can see it. Okay. Well, bless you.
Thanks.
But,
Yeah, it's a soda. That's right, kids. Just drinking a soda.
Just drinking a soda. Speaking of weird drinks that are not sodas, there's this. So I've been watching, as I told you, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia on like Hulu, and they have this one ad that keeps popping up where it's like, this guy invented this enzyme in order to enzyme for yogurt or some shit like that, and they're like, okay, and it shows this family, they're like 3D family, they're walking in the store and they're like, but which ones are the yogurts? And then like the shelf disappears some, and they're like, which ones are the probiotics? And then like some of the items disappear from the shelf. And then it shows the dad, and he's like been reading a book, and he's like, but which of the ones has laxability? I wrote it fucking down because I knew I wasn't going to say it. Lactobacillus casei shirota. And I was like, hold the fucking phone. Are you telling me you're going to expect me to look for an enzyme called Lactobacillus casei shirota? And not only are you going to expect me to like be looking this shit up when I'm looking for my yogurt,
Casei Shirota.
Casei Shirota. But you're also going to say the name like 4 times in a row in the commercial. You're going to say like, oh, but which one has Lactobacillus casei shirota? Ah, yes, this yogurt. It has Lactobacillus casei shirota on it.
I'm not even sure that's a real thing.
I don't think it is.
Some random yogurt commercial.
It's just some bullshit. I'm just like, you really expect me to remember this fucking shit? Like when your yogurt you're selling me? I'm sorry. I'm gonna get the yogurt that has little almonds in it, and I can dig them in there and scoop them around. That's it, man. Fuck you. I'm not getting Lactobacillus casei shirota on my fucking yogurt.
I mean, the only thing I care about is whether or not my yogurt's in a tube.
That's right. I need go-gurt, not yogurt. What do you think I am, in the fucking 20th century?
So
Get out of here.
I bought a new phone. I haven't gotten it yet. I ordered it. I haven't had a new phone in like 4 years, 5 years.
And how you liking? Well, when did you get the phone?
But it is the new Note, but it's also like I'm a little nervous because it's gigantic. So
I see.
it's like one of those like tablets that you carry around in your pocket, basically.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
I had a Note once. I had a Note 7, but those were the ones that started exploding. If you remember that. News.
I do remember. Well, I remember you telling me how you had to switch phones because of that exact reason.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, don't explode.
So
Definitely don't.
I'm getting another one, and hopefully these don't explode.
I hope it doesn't. I mean, are they just coming out? Like, are you gonna be like the trial run people who early adopt?
Yeah, they're just coming out, but I mean, the phone's what we
Oh,
want
no.
every year, right? So
Yeah, that's true. They do come out with a new phone every year. Maybe they've perfected the exploding technology at this point.
yeah, now it only explodes when they trigger it.
Yeah, when they want to.
It takes out certain people.
That's right. All you Jeffrey Epsteins out there, watch out.
So what's your? Do you think he got killed?
I mean, it's the easiest thing to say, isn't it? Like, ha ha ha.
It's the most exciting to be like.
It's the most exciting. I think. Right? It's like it's funny just watching this. Like, it's an easily believable conspiracy because it does involve like some guy who has dirt on like. Right. A lot of billionaires, but like, isn't like the evidence kind of already out there, and aren't they already still gonna like have to carry out the investigation and the trial? And I mean, you can say he got murdered, but wouldn't it be easier if like he didn't have to get murdered? They could have just like literally walked away, and he would have done it, and then like same thing. Like, it doesn't even have to be like anyone like paid them. It could have just been some dude who's sympathetic to any one of the many billionaires that. You know, what I'm trying to say is I'm not trying to
get to the point.
I'm not trying to start a conspiracy or anything like that, or even hop onto the conspiracy. I mean, it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel weird hopping like it's.
Yeah.
It feels weird hopping onto the conspiracy and being like, oh, that shit would definitely happen, and me being like,
I'll entertain the idea, but I'm not gonna be like, that's definitely what happened. Not yet.
Yeah.
I have to wait for like some kind of more info or something.
Yeah, just when it comes to conspiracies, I feel like we've already found out we found out about the Bay of Pigs like pretty much immediately after it happened and failed, and like, you know, that was like a U.S. government conspiracy going on. So like. Anytime there's a like conspiracy that goes like all the way to the top, like I don't know, I don't think we've ever not found that shit out eventually. So it just, you know, it doesn't seem like I don't think the powers that be, like the guys who were born with like $1 billion, I don't think anyone's like competent enough to like pull that shit off on such a scale where it's gonna be like that deep of a conspiracy. Like I can see if like maybe one of the prison guards like. Or some of the guys keeping watch, like, walked away and let it happen. But I don't think anyone was there, like, you know, doing the deed or something like that.
Weird shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like, sure, it's fun to think about, and it's also like, with this terrible nightmare, hellscape, dystopian world we live in. You know, it's easy to imagine that going down, like. As soon as like I saw like the thing like oh he died, I'm like, wasn't he on Suicide Watch? Isn't that like a whole fucking thing? Like how does that happen? But it just feels weird to glom onto the conspiracy when every other conspiracy we've always found out about. Like every conspiracy.
Yeah, but it's still early. I mean, if this is
at least I guess
we might find out soon.
Yeah. I mean, and I also guess it's weird
they did a autopsy and stuff, but they haven't released the results. I don't believe.
Yeah, and it's also weird to say like, oh, well, we found out about every conspiracy because it's like, you know, obviously we know about the conspiracies we found out about.
Right, like
so.
Obviously thes're not all going to be found out. I don't know.
Yeah, but it just seems like
conspiracy a failure. I feel like that wouldn't.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It just it feels so easy to like get lost down that rabbit hole and like.
We're in a world right now where there's a lot of fake information, so I don't want to jump the gun.
Yeah, exactly. Like we were just talking about deepfakes, so like, you know, I don't want to. I don't know. It just it's definitely a weird story. I don't think it needs to go all the way to the top for the same like. I mean, I think someone definitely could have just like intentionally relaxed the rules a little bit without having to necessarily explicitly say so. Like you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it is interesting, but I don't know.
Cappuccino says. Can't believe Bill Cosby killed Jeffrey Epstein.
I know, right? Well, honestly, I would say I actually super expected Bill Cosby to not get convicted. I like.
Really?
Yeah, like when the trial was happening, I was just like, he's gonna get off. Like he's a fucking rich dude. He's been around for a while. I mean, I don't know. It seemed like another one of those situations. Like I have a very pessimistic view of like a lot of current events and stuff like that. Like I really just expected that shit to. You know, he gets off scot-free, lessons not learned, everyone's just moves on and is like, I guess he didn't do it because not guilty means they definitely didn't do it. And, you know, I was
Is he in prison yet? I know
Yeah. Oh, he's super in prison, I'm pretty sure.
I know how the trial turned out. I guess obviously it's not like there's after the trial you pretty much go straight there.
Yeah, you're
do
pretty
not
much
pass go. Do not collect.
Yeah.
$200.
You just kind of, that's where you are. That's where you spend the next couple days.
Yeah, the rest of them, I think.
Yeah, I guess so. Just the rest of those days, the next couple ones, before they move you to Cell Block C for Cosby. What they should do is they should do a sitcom of Bill Cosby in jail trying to, like, you know, give out sage advice to, like, a whole bunch of prisoners.
Hey, you can't swear.
Yeah, hey. Yeah, exactly. Hey now, don't go swearing. Drugging people, though, totally fine. Like,
that's kind of his whole MO.
Yeah, it really is. That was, I mean, I gotta say, Hannibal Buress, of all, like, you know, of all of the clapbacks, exposing a man for, or, you know, bringing to more public knowledge a history of abuse allegations, really is the best clapback, and then sending him to prison for the rest of his life. Like, you really
beat that?
You can't beat that, like...
Revenge?
Yeah, but like Bill Cosby talked shit on Hannibal Buress, and he came back.
I mean, that's nothing new. If you watch like Murphy Raw, like he also talks about Cosby like coming after him.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Hey,
like
you can't be swearing. And then Ed Murphy's like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Why do you think you're like tell people what they do?
Yeah, well, because he was forcing a lot of people to do a lot of things, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we live in such a fucking dark universe.
I know. Whoever expected.
It's America's dad.
He's America's dad.
Well, he was. Now he's just America's
creepy uncle.
Sex offender, I guess. I don't know.
Not to, you know, I really, as a recent uncle, I really want to clear up this whole creepy uncle stigma. Us uncles have been given a bad name for too long.
You're gonna be the cool uncle, right? Like that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah, obviously.
You're gonna be like, hey, kid.
Hey,
yo, I know you're
it's
your uncle,
9 p.m., but you want a bowl of ice cream?
Hey, kid, have a beer. I'm only 3. Yeah, what the fuck ever. Have a beer.
I had my first beer when I was 2.
Age is just a number. Have a beer. I'm trying to look up what Neo's hairline looks like in the Matrix.
His hair is a simulation.
Oh shit, you're absolutely right about that. Fuck, how could I get it so wrong? Do you know has it been confirmed that they're remaking the Matrix?
Oh, I haven't heard that, but I would be surprised. Anything that's ever made money in the past 100 years is probably being made into a remake right now.
Yeah, they just came out with a new episode, that new Rocko's Modern Life thing for Netflix.
I haven't watched it yet, but
yeah, me neither. But I'm interested. I'm gonna watch that. They're also coming out with an Invader Zim thing on August 18th, I think.
Huh. Let's see.
Yeah. It's all coming back. It's all just they've exploited all everything in the 80s. Yeah, so now they're moving on to the 90s.
There's no more ideas. So you have to go back and find old ideas and use those because there's no more ideas.
There are
all
no
gone.
more ideas. We've used them all up.
Ideas all gone.
Everyone likes Ghostbusters too much. We can't have any new ideas.
Let's just make Ghostbusters again.
Let's make Ghostbusters again.
They are
You and
making
me
it again right now.
I know.
It's like,
wait, remaking it or new Ghostbusters with like Bill Murray as the ghost?
Oh, they're making. I don't know. They're making a Ghostbusters movie right now. That's not any of the other ones that have been out.
Wait, they. Well, you know.
Are you surprised?
No, I'm just depressed.
I'm not surprised. I'm just depressed. That's a good explanation.
Right? That's just me for everything. Hey, Ian. Surprise! It's your birthday.
I'm depressed.
What? I'm not surprised. I'm just depressed. Okay, well, this is your fucking birthday party, Ian, so fucking chin up. Okay. You guys got me birthday cake.
I guess it's enough for now. I guess it's enough.
What are you trying to draw? Is that Neo if he was like a veggie tail or
How
something?
about you
like
draw
that?
your Neo and I'll draw mine? And
Not like my Neo's any good.
I mean, you seem to think so because you're giving me shit about mine. You draw your Neo. Your Neo is like he found out the way to like create potato chips in the Matrix. He's like, I found a cheat code.
Yeah, like instead of like zooming all like the racks of guns in, it's just like a store shelf full of like different potato chips. That's what I would do, man. Is I would fucking be like, hey, check it out. like, why are there like 8 shelves of veggie straws here? And I'm like, because I'm gonna eat every single one. So thank you very much.
Real here.
Guess what? If I'm gonna be a battery, I'm gonna need a lot more energy.
Is that what the whole gimmick was? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think they were turning.
I pretty much forgot all of them except for the first, which is.
Well, no, it was in the first one.
Oh, they were batteries. That was the whole point.
Yeah, humanity was the batteries for the machines. That's why it was. It was kind of like it was originally. They were supposed to be the. So I was talking to a friend about this on a bike ride I was doing with him. But originally it was supposed to be, I guess, that humans were the neural network for the machines. But no, I guess that in 1998 the executives were like, no one's gonna know what the fuck a neural network is. Go come up with something new. So then they wrote it as like, you know, humans being turned into batteries, which is kind of like you know, it becomes like a metaphor for you know, workforces being basically used and abused essentially. You know, it becomes its own metaphor for like a modern workday environment and etc. Exploitation of the working man. This is Neo. His name is Neo because he is new to the Matrix.
And it's like almost the same word if you said it wrong. If you're like,
yeah.
He's Neo.
You're Neo? No, I said I'm Neo. Nope, his name's Neo, guys. You heard him.
Put it in. Punch it into this. We
right.
got the name tags already made. You just gotta go with it again.
Alright, here you go.
You're Neo.
The Matrix as a Final Fantasy RPG, you just choose your name and you misspell it. They're just like, hey, butthole! Wow, we really gotta go save the day, butthole.
And then there's never any drama in the game because you laugh every time something's said.
Yeah. Butthole, watch out! There's a butthole again for like the 300th time. Alright, look, I'm jealous that you're drinking a beer. I'm gonna get a beer real quick, alright?
Yeah, you should also be jealous of my Neo because he's way better than yours.
Yeah, he is way better.
Shame on you for mocking my Neo.
My Neo's like your Neo's like brother. like
Neil.
This is that's Neo and that's Leo.
This is Neil. My brother Neil.
Neil. That's great. Hold on. Neo and Neil. Adventures in the Matrix. Alright, I'll be right back.
In the mattress. cook at home, but it just never comes out as good as someone else makes it.
Can't beat home cooking. My favorite scene is the scene where like they have the helicopter gun and they shoot all around Morpheus, but they don't actually hit Morpheus because he's just so in tune with the Matrix.
Yeah.
Neil just straight up just kills Morpheus. Just by accident. It's just like, oh no! I really thought I had a good grip on that thing. I really couldn't see you at all. I'm sorry. Did I mention the weird numbers going down? I see in numbers now. It's really becoming a hard time.
It's hard to drive.
I'm trying to find an optometrist, but none of them can fix my issue. Do you have optometrists in the Matrix? Because I could use an optometrist.
I feel like Neil's... I don't know. I was going to say like Neil's hairline would be receding, but we don't... I don't know. I like the fact that he's kind of... He looks almost
like Neo. But like the guy who was drawing him just didn't quite care.
Nor should he.
Yeah. Hi there! Are you saying I'm a battery? Oh boy.
That's a lot to take in.
Yeah. I do a lot of sleeping. I nap all the time. I don't think I'm a very good battery. What is this weird sex dungeon we're in? Why are we at this rave? I don't like rave. I like a good freeform jazz. The notes on those things, those guys can really solo. They can really, get experimental. I saw that lady kick a cop in the face. I don't think you should do that.
They're just trying to...
They're stirring all sorts of trouble.
I'm not with her.
I don't like to kick cops in the face.
Alright, let me save this.
Alright. Hi, I've tried answering the telephone, but I can't leave the Matrix. Is this the right number? Doesn't cell phones make that plot point like super easy to avoid now? You just dash in and out of the Matrix whenever you want.
Right. There's no threat.
No, not at all. That's the thing, is if you remake the Matrix, like, what are you gonna do?
Well, that's good. They don't need to remake it.
God, I hope they don't. Or if they are gonna remake it, just like what they should do is, I was talking with that friend on the bike ride, they should just do like the Animatrix, but like just do different stories in the Matrix, because it's a cool universe. It's a cool like setup they made. It's like when they did all those Purge movies, but like, actually like the first Purge movie being just a stupid home invasion movie, and then they did the rest of them like out in the streets. Like, that's way more entertaining.
Just, I guess you could, if you're gonna do it, reimagine it, make it something.
Yeah, just like tell stories from the Matrix. Don't like tell the story of the one again. Like, there could be all sorts of different characters. Yeah, like just do the Animatrix, but a movie version of it, and not like stealing the same ideas as Animatrix.
All right. Well, on that note,
do Neo's story.
Yeah, I want to hear about Neo.
Yeah, on that note, I think we should put this one to bed, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it's this was quite the episode.
I think that's about it's about where.
Oh, you're drawing the DrawBomb as a Matrix guy as well.
Yeah.
I like it. Oh, he's got a body. Oh my. I don't know.
When I made all those racks appear, all they had was good housekeeping magazines. I needed a really good read for, you know, whatever is happening next. But I can't read the magazines because they just show up in weird scrolly numbers. Can somebody fix this? Is there tech support for the Matrix? This is the darndest thing!
Alright, I'm gonna play the outro theme.
Okay, good. Yeah, just shut me up.
What is this music? Are you playing a song right now?
Is this that type of music they call technic?
Yeah, I feel like I heard this in the previous set.
Alright.
Is the song
Thank
over?
you for everybody who tuned in.
Yeah, thanks a whole bunch. We really appreciate it. Thank
Hopefully you had
for...
as much fun as we did.
God,
I'm
I
not sure
doubt
that's
it.
possible.
Yeah.
But I like to think you did.
I like to think that we managed to throw some of that fun your way. To those of us who may have stopped following us after seeing what we had to offer.
Who can blame you?
Yeah, I really can't be mad. But tune in next time, right?
Yeah, we'll be here next week.
Yeah, we'll be here. We'll be on time too. We'll do the 8 o'clock thing.
Mm-hmm,
We had, you know, important life stuff happen.
There was a wee baby that I had to meet.
Yeah, and I mean, shit, that's the best reason.
I think so too. All right. Well, adios. Till next time.
Signing off.